No,
Two?
I'm not a friend.
I know. Why do you gotta apply gender norms to Raza's relationships? You know, maybe he can just go to movies with whoever he feels like.
Yeah.
Listen, don't throw your PC bullshit around here, okay?
Mike's
she's-
alive.
Did you say we're alive?
Yeah, Mike's just went live. Yeah.
Well,
It made about it.
it's not the end of the world.
Bo is afraid made about like it was already shown in 3 or 4 theaters, and it made about $340,000, and that's pretty good for being a show in a limited release.
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited to see it. Granted, I think Joaquin Phoenix is fine as an actor. Hasn't really blown me away yet, so I'm still waiting for it. But
Not a Joker fan, eh?
uh,
Not a Johnny Cash fan.
He's a really good weird character actor. He does a lot of all of his shit before, yeah, like Johnny Cash and around that era were all weird characters he chose randomly.
he was good in The Master. I really liked him in that.
Right.
That's that era I'm talking about, yeah.
And then I somewhat enjoyed him in Gladiator.
Oh yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix was in Gladiator?
He's
He was
the
a
villain.
bad guy.
Yeah.
I didn't even consider that. Wow, yeah, he is. Jesus Christ, I forgot because he looks so young and different. I thought it was just a totally different actor.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Wow, that's you guys
You know what they
blew
need?
my
A
mind with
Gladiator
that.
mini a TV series in the Gladiator universe. They need a interconnected Gladiator. I know there's a sequel coming out, but
Yeah.
And
I don't know what
swear they
Ridley Scott's
discussed
doing.
that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
go on.
No, I swear they were trying to do a Gladiator show, but then also, yeah, Ridley Scott's. Everyone loves him now because everyone realized what he created with Aliens, and now they're just like, oh yeah, can you consult on all these scripts?
But then
and we'll
look
pay
what
you $1
happened to
million.
Covenant and Prometheus. People are like, oh. Okay.
I like Prometheus, but then Covenant kind of ruins anything that did, in my opinion.
Yeah, I haven't seen Covenant, but from what my friend told me, they killed off the main character off screen.
It's complicated, but
I'm not
like
gonna
it was.
see it.
They it's Alien all over again.
Yeah.
It's the first Alien.
Don't.
What?
I'm talking to the cat.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it's literally Alien all over again, and then Michael Fassbender is great, but he's weird because he has like sensual time with himself.
I love that about him. He comes in these weird roles.
They like play the flute together, which is so trippy. That's like the best scene in the movie. And then the movie was heavily marketed with James Franco, and he literally dies like on another screen in the movie. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I remember Charlize Theron, Idris Elba, fucking the guy who always makes movies with Jonah Hill and James Franco.
Oh, Danny McBride.
Danny McBride. Prometheus had a weird cast. It was very.
That
weird
movie's
movie.
great. It's so good.
Yeah, it was. I did like the beginning, and then it just went downhill.
yeah.
I mean, it didn't make sense halfway through.
I didn't hate it, but it didn't tickle my fancy, and I don't even know why I can't put my finger on it. I'm kind of like Raza. I was like, this is cool, and then I'm not really caught.
Actually, someone we talked about from high school, Bailey, last time we streamed for Rest. Someone I may have entangled with his girlfriend, and he may have had an English accent at some point or something.
Okay.
He was walking out of the theater.
You know
and
mics are live, right?
Yeah, I'm aware. I didn't say any names.
We good.
He spoiled the movie for me as I was walking in. He's like, "Oh, you're here to see Prometheus? I can't believe it's part of the Alien universe."
That was
Thanks.
part of the marketing, though. I remember.
I thought it was, yeah.
Yeah.
I stayed away from that shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I've never seen trailers like this is a prequel to Aliens.
My rule, even trailers are risky, but I stick to the main trailers, but then any teasers released after the official trailer is all like stuff you don't want to know. And Marvel's the worst for it. It's like, by the way, Moon Knight's gonna pop up in this, by the way.
Yeah. I do like how the Russo bros did it. They were like, let's put some
Fakes. Yeah.
some
Or
fakes
just
in it. I was
don't
like,
watch trailers at all.
I love watching trailers. You're not gonna change me,
Nope, I don't
Mom.
do trailers.
That's literally a pastime for me. Like, I'll have a day of just like, okay, what's coming out this year? I've already seen these, but yeah, Indiana Jones looks good,
My guilty pleasure is watching their reaction trailers. So people reacting to them is like,
Mm-hmm.
they're getting stoked because I'm getting stoked. Cool.
Feels good to nerd out and feel
Yeah.
related, doesn't
Yeah.
it, boys?
Yeah, wine mom. That's not directed at you.
I don't really care how you guys feel. I don't watch trailers because it spoils movies. I don't care if it's the official trailer or whatever. It spoils movies.
What if it
I wanna
shows
watch
a title
I'll watch
card?
it. What?
What if it shows like a title card? What if it shows just Tom Cruise flying in a plane and it says Top Gun?
No.
Doesn't sell it.
Alright.
Too much info. Then Tom Cruise is gonna fly the plane in the movie called Top Gun, Raza. It's not okay.
Yeah,
Tom
but
Cruise
how do I know
starring
that
in Top Gun.
Well, why would I assume that Top Gun is related to planes when it's called Top Gun? Think about
That's
that.
the name
stupid.
of that's the gets the name of the top pilot award for North America.
Okay,
America.
am I part of plane guy stuff? No.
I feel like you
Do I
should
care
be.
about plane guy stuff? No. So when I know that that's an award? No. So I would go into the movie thinking that it's about a special agent or something.
Who has a Top Gun? Top
Yeah,
Gun?
who knows? Also, I'm getting reverb, so somebody's mic is echoing.
I got no speakers on, so
But now,
Cock.
Maybe it was
Penis.
Cody had his headphones off.
sorry.
Okay.
It's okay now.
all right. You guys wanna get to business and talk about Jake J Hole and I'll do my intro thing.
Panda, did you see his Hot Ones?
Yes, and I loved
Yeah.
it.
I love it too.
He might be my favorite episode.
Jake J Hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
I
tempted
don't
to
know
watch
why
it
you
if
hate
you're.
him so much.
That's a bold claim. I don't
He's
hate.
relatable.
He's
I love
relatable.
Jake J. Hole.
And that's why Bailey hates him, is because, like, I can see myself in that guy.
I feel like he's not
I
relatable.
thought
feel like
it's Ryan Reynolds.
I feel like
for
he's
Bailey.
part. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is that. I get grumpy because he's hyper
Yeah.
relatable. But I thought Jake J Hole was like in the sphere of like Leo and those 90s
No.
boys, the boy stars that were
No.
just fucking all the girls. I thought they were all that whole
No.
circle.
Jake J. Hole fucked Taylor Swift, and that's that.
Taylor Swift would be on your side, Bailey.
Yeah.
You're
It's a sad place to
Swifty.
be, pal.
Okay, touche. I've just always something has creeped me out about Jake J Hole. I don't know what, but I respect his
Is it
acting.
his name?
So.
Is it the way you say his name?
Yeah,
Fred
maybe you
Bunny?
actually gave the man his respect and called him his actual name.
Jake J. Hole. Jake J. Hole.
Jake Gyllenhaal Holes.
The nepotism baby.
It's Gyllenhaal. Just say Gyllenhaal.
He is a nepo baby. That is another
Yeah.
thing. He is a nepo baby.
So is his sister. I'm not meaning an insult, but she actually is like Maggie Gyllenhaal is also. A nepo
Yeah, I
baby.
can't remember. I read about that. Yeah, the dad is some sort of millionaire, and the mom was some sort of smaller actress or songstress or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I gotta.
What movie
neutralize
did we watch this week? I forget.
Enemy with Jake J Hole.
I know that's like a segue to get you to. Start
Oh,
the
to get
show.
me going? Okay. What's up, internets? Welcome to Movie Madness. We like to take a breather in the madness because, there's so much content going on nowadays, and focusing on one film at a time. We come in bi-weekly, and we give our thoughts. Our movie today is Enemy, the 2013 film directed by Dennis or
Denise?
Denis, I would
Denise?
presume.
Denise, 'cause he's
Is it
French?
Denise? I thought that
I
makes
think
it
it's-
Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of people pronounce it like that.
I
So.
can't even say his last name, so Bailey already has a one.
So directed by Denis Villeneuve and starring Jake J Hole or Jake Gyllenhaal. Wine Mom is about to give you a spoiler-free synopsis to start, and if you get hooked, what you do, you're watching the edited version of this show, pause it, go watch the movie, come back after that, and then we're going to give our spoiler-ridden opinions. So, Wine Mom, I want you to send on our spoiler-free synopsis for the day.
So I'm not very good at that stuff, so I just took it from, well, actually Cody gave it to me from IMDb. So I'm gonna read that out to you. Adam Bell is a Toronto area history college professor. He's rather somber man, largely because he's stuck in routine, which includes a relationship with his live-in girlfriend Mary. While watching a rental movie, he spots an actor in a bit part that looks exactly like him. He becomes obsessed with finding out about his about the double's life. He learns that the actor's stage name is Daniel St. Clair, whose legal name is Anthony Clair. Clair is a Toronto-based actor with only a few on-screen credits and is married to a woman named Helen, who is currently several months pregnant. Adam then becomes obsessed with meeting Claire, who he learns upon first sighting they look exactly alike. That sounds funny to me. But yeah, so their lives become intertwined as Claire himself ends up becoming obsessed with Adam, but in a slightly different way. So they both kind of become obsessed with each other as like the
Awesome.
vibe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And again, all of us picks a movie with a content warning, so you might want to check the IMDb for that and whatnot. Every week we've picked one. I'm like dying at that. The movie starts and I'm like, oh, whoops. But
Yeah.
okay, because I've been behind on my post editing, we don't have ads, so everyone make a cheering noise. Give me some claps. Give me some claps so that I can add a cut. All right, thank you, Raza. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Nothing to say.
Raza, come on.
What?
Okay, internets. We're back. We're in Spoiler City. We're in Spoiler City time now. That was, if you're watching this live, that's the little editing trick we gotta do. Normally I have ads set up, but sidetracked. So we have our individual perspectives on the film. And it was an interesting premise. I really like what you presented there as the spoiler-free version too. My critique of that is like I read that spoiler-free synopsis, and this was a much more interesting movie than what that synopsis provided me. I read that.
Yeah.
What a synopsis is supposed to do. It's supposed to just summarize the movie for you.
I didn't.
Yeah, but also it's supposed to get you intrigued, but it is a very flat sort of introduction to the movie. And even if you look anywhere else, it's always like mild-mannered college professor from Toronto discovers man who looks like him. Obsession. It's like,
I think
okay.
as the more we get into it, we will figure out why there's no good way to summarize this movie, because it's like a very convoluted type of movie. So I
Yeah.
don't think a synopsis, no matter where you read it, is going to do like any judge. Because yeah.
And yet it's so simple.
So who wants to
Is
get
it-
started today?
Yeah.
Is it? Is it
The movie? You don't think it was a simple movie?
I'll save my parts, but there's one aspect that I
It was
question.
like blink and you miss it. If you missed a scene, you usually missed something important to the storyline.
Yeah. I do a lot of rewinding. When I was
Especially for this movie, actually.
Get off your phone.
Which we will.
even when I was
Give it the focus it deserves.
I was watching the movie through and through. I'd be like, what's going? Why is that there? I was like, why is that appearing in the city? Well, what's that symbolism for?
This is
I
a
think I've
prequel
just
to
watched the
Dune.
movie so many times.
Let's
it.
get some positivity then, Wine Mom. You first, so then you can
No, I
provide
don't want
your
to.
one.
I don't know. I don't want to go first. I picked the movie. I don't want to go first. I want to hear what you
Okay,
guys have
Bailey,
to
go first.
say.
You want
Go
me?
first,
Okay, I got it. No problem.
Don't
I'm
be
always
rude
willing
to
go
Jake.
first.
Don't be rude to Jake.
No,
I actually like him. He's
I
one of
can
my
even
favorite-
prelude with that.
favorite
Yeah, Jake did a pretty good job. I did feel, this is off my notes, I did feel it was very much like trying to use less obscene language. It was all patting him on the back of like, oh, Jake, you're a great character actor. But he did do a good job. So I'm like, it's one of those. I was like torn. I was like, this is just an ego movie for Jake Gyllenhaal. He took this because look at what I can do as an actor with this role. But killed it. So The positives. Let's get the positives out. I did like it. It was a good movie, and I was
me and
very.
Panda are gonna like eat you up as you're about to say that.
I want to hear that after. I want to hear your opinions. Actually, here, let's go. Let's stop. I'll stop. Give me your Jake J. Ho. Give me Jake J. Ho facts.
No. Finish it. Because Cody will lay it out for you when he's ready.
Okay.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, deal. So I did like it. I thought it was interesting and diverse in the many ways it was trying to do its storytelling. So I have a lot of critiques. It definitely wasn't. I didn't like it too much, but it was a good movie. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I'm saying I did enjoy watching it. And now, so
Is deeping it a little bit right now, Bailey?
I found it a little like film festival cliche. Like it had 4 key points to me.
Can I leave this now? I can't handle this blasphemy bullshit right now.
Like, you go to a film festival they have mysterious symbolism. There's always some sort of mysterious symbolism that doesn't get explained, that is up to the artistic interpretation of the viewer. There's a sharp and disorienting ending, which is quite common in the film festival circuit. It's shot locally with a focus on a niche city, which is what this film was.
Toronto's not a niche city, but okay.
It is pretty niche.
It's not.
And
okay.
4, it has unnecessarily long scenes to flex the character acting. Those are the 4 key cliches that I identified of like, you're trying to get awards at the TIFF circuit. Like, you made this film to win circuits at the film fest, like win these awards. Otherwise, I did like the ambiguity that those things provided. I thought it helped carry the movie. I liked the whole mystery of like, oh fuck, are they the same what's going on? And it's always constantly making you think. It did execute those cliches tastefully and well. I found the pregnant woman nudity to be a bit excessive. I get it.
Scene? First scene.
I get it's a lot.
I thought of
like
Bailey. I thought of Bailey during that.
What you thought of me? He's the weirdo that has to film this shit. Because it was another one of those like, bring in my woke shit. We're seeing all these pregnant woman titties, but I didn't see Jake J-Hole's J-hole. You know, like I just got some sexy back shots.
We're pretty close. Yeah. We're pretty close.
But there's titties everywhere. I only get to see a little bit of Jake's nips. Come on, bro. Give me more Jake nips. And then there were a couple shots though that I really liked too that stick in my mind particularly. I really loved when he was like trying out the sunglasses to get his disguise, and he had them on either side of the frame, and he's like spinning them. I was like, this is fun. And then they did a lot of really tasteful shots in his apartment where it was like the room behind him was dark, and he'd be like walking and thinking and walk into the dark room and then come back out. And considering the theme of the movie, I loved that shit. Raza?
What'd you think of the yellow?
That is one of my puts. It was consistent, so it was tastefully done. I did not like it. Did not like it.
Point. That's
this entire goddamn movie, I was watching videos and I loved this shit because it's just like art. Fucking, I'm done.
I like blue tints. That's why
but it's Toronto. What about Toronto is blue? Nothing. Anyways,
a lot.
Continue.
The water.
Just hurry up and get past your point. Just hurry up and get through your point because you're being a bully.
I'm saying I do like it because on the same note, Raza, though, that is a great segue for me because that was my artsiness. I was like, these shots are too much like mine. Like they're very cluttered. There's too much shit in all the frames. And it was like stressing me out as video guy. I was like, it's just all the frames are filled with trees and wires and this. And then I looked it up. On IMDb. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool that I noticed that. And then I read the thing and it's like, oh, the director did it intentionally to like communicate how he's being choked out of his individualism. I was like, oh, I appreciate that. That was cool. And then my last, the fun personal interpretation of the question that I'm like, what the fuck is like, so we presume, like, in the first half of the movie even, the one that I was getting cheesed at, is like, you're not sure if the pregnant wife, right, she's super fucked up that this guy looks just like her husband. Like, I really appreciate, I get it. It's dramatic, it's tense, but I'm like, why is everyone so fucked up?
Yeah.
Whatever, there's doubles. You found a guy who looks and sounds like you. It's fucking weird. It's weird. Obsess about how weird it is, but they're all like shitting themselves immediately. They're like, oh my God, we look like each other. I get for the main character, it was his focus, his obsession, and that created the dichotomy. But I didn't get why, like, if we were guessing, why all these other side characters were so obsessed. I get the contribution to the script and everything, but I was like, I wouldn't be that freaked out. You're trying to provide that air of mystery. She shouldn't be. I didn't get the super depressed vibes of like, oh my God, I saw a man who looks like you.
I don't think she was depressed. I think she was just questioning a lot because I don't think she ever trusted him, and that was just an added layer of distrust. And she was like, okay, what is the truth? Like, and again, like, anyways, I don't want to get. We'll get back. We'll double back.
Yeah,
Whoever wants to go next, go ahead.
And the voice, you got to remember that it's one thing to look like someone, but to have their voice. But we'll get it. We'll save that. Trust me. I'm gonna dig in. I really want to hear Raza's point of view.
Why?
Well, okay. So
why?
I assume Wine Mom.
Make Raza go.
Okay, yeah. Just to explain to Raza, because I suspect that Wine Mom probably wants to go last, since she chose.
I'm on the fence. Like, I'm okay to go after Raza, mostly because the reason why, because you and I both like this movie. We both have the same level of appreciation. I think it would be okay if either of us would go last.
And I have some hard facts that are going to cement how you perceive this movie. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
who, me or just
everyone? I think everyone, unless you looked a little too deep.
I did some research.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Raza.
I have a bias. This Denise, whatever his last name is my favorite director of all time.
Yep.
But with the same breath, I've seen all of his movies, and they share a lot of the same themes. He has an excellent way of using sound to convey an emotion. When the camera is going over the building, that ominous sound builds that uncertainty. But with that being said, I think this is his weaker ones because there's a lot of what Bailey was saying. That's what I think. Like, there's a lot of things that didn't necessarily shouldn't been there. Should, like, a lot of long takes and whatnot. But Jake Gyllenhaal, I noticed his career. I'm noticing a pattern. 2000s, he's the rom-coms. He was doing that and stuff. And in the 2010s, he became into this, like Nightcrawler, Prisoner, Velvet Buzzsaw, and Nocturnal Animals. He had all of these actor projects. He wanted to flex that he was an actor, and now he's gone back to becoming that action guy. Ambulance, Covenant, and all that. But this movie, I had to see it twice because first time it confused the hell out of me, and the second time things started to make sense. Now, this is a question directly at Wine Mom and Panda. That, like, I was reading both Gyllenhaal and Denise's take on this movie. The actor version of Gyllenhaal isn't, like, quote unquote, isn't real. So Gyllenhaal character, the teacher character, he has a pregnant wife, and he's having an affair, right? Because of that live-in girlfriend that you mentioned. Now, there are things in the movie that sort of, like, don't line up with that, because when she meets him, the teacher version of himself, she gets shocked. So I was hoping somebody could fill in those blanks for me, because, like, I do think that's there's some truth there, but I don't know
Mm.
how much, if that's just
You're
him throwing us off still.
you're half right.
Yeah.
I'd say the actor is the original version of this character, and the outcome is the teacher.
Okay. So he's having some sort of like
Mental
it's
break.
like mental break, and it's happening in his brain where he thinks this other person is him, but it's
Yes.
not.
Yes.
Okay. So that's okay. So that's when I near my second viewing of the movie, I started to see those points. I was like, okay, so it could be he thinks he's seeing himself, right?
It's
But it's
weird
just
though. It's weird because that's sort of them being the same person, just different versions, is directly discredited when he meets with his mother and she gives him the blueberries and he's like, I don't like blueberries. And she's like, eat them, they're good for you. You do like them.
Oh.
What's wrong with you? And he's like, I don't like them. I don't want them.
She says you do like them.
yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like almost either did
Now
he
that
go
makes-
too far into a character, or is he actually believing that he is this person at this moment?
It's Fight Club.
Well, because if he is an actor, because if let's say he is the base actor, because that's why I like this movie, because I've not had this point of view of this movie, like this thought line, because I've watched it like 4 times now, so this is the first time I'm having this thought on it. But it's interesting to think that way because a lot of actors will like live lifestyles based on roles that they're going to be doing. So it could be that that's what he's doing, and then he ends up in an affair, and that's how it kind of just starts to. Because there is a part where the wife says, are you seeing her again?
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. Okay, so my mistake was thinking the original was the teacher, when it's the actor becoming, and then Bailey. There's this weird. I was looking this up, and this is interesting too. There's this weird totalitarianism sort of aspect to it, which is really weird.
I noticed it at the beginning because I was like, this film is way too intentional. So the fact that he's teaching us about how authoritarian states strip you of your independence, there's like no way that this isn't a key theme in this film, because he's hyper focused on it. Because that was the one thing about the character that I was like, I've got to be missing the points of what you're kind of identifying here, Raza, is because he was uncomfortably smart. Like, he was doing these lectures with no preparation while still doing all of the stalking. And I was like, this has got to be a key character thing, that they're also not. They show him grading papers, but not preparing for class. There's got to be some weird thing about, because it's all about loops. It kept talking about how loops. And I'm like, so why are we not being shown the first part of this loop? That's why. So I still don't know the answer to, Raza. I'm actually with you. I'm like, I get the outcomes that are supposed to be, but I still don't know which one it was.
Yeah. No, so that's what like a lot of this movie, like, as it does kind of leave like the whole ending with the whole spider going up and like crawling back into the wall, because that's apparently the spider is a metaphor for a threat, and the fact that the spider still exists is there's still a threat out there. So he could have another one of these moments. So that's my and my last thing. I just think that with the way Dennis is able to convey these things kind of in a clear way, to me that's the reason why he's like my favorite director of all time. He's just like he's very clear at what he wants to do. Yes. And this movie is a remake, by the way. Not a remake. It's based off
adaptation.
A book. Adaptation. Yeah.
Book adaptation.
Portuguese book. Called The Double, by the way.
Yeah, and then ironically enough, that was the fun fact I read, was that it's like, so this was a movie adaptation of the book The Double, and in the same year another movie of the adaptation of The Double. So the movie about clones also had 2 movies about the same book released in the same year.
Oh shit, okay. Great.
Funny, weird coincidence to the lore, you know?
Mhm.
Hey, why, Mom? Do you want me to go first so then you can like hear what I have to say and then respond?
Are you guys
I
gonna
mean,
scrap it out? Is
no,
that
no,
what's
no.
gonna happen?
Me and Cody
Okay.
both like this movie very much. We gave it the
Yes.
same rating on Letterboxd. So,
I still gotta rate it. Okay. Thank you for
yeah,
reminding me.
you're welcome. Okay, go ahead, Cody.
Okay. So yeah, this movie is surreal as fuck, and Denis confirmed that himself. And I don't know what Jake said about the movie. I
Same
love
thing.
Jake. First, to go back to what Bailey was talking about, I agree with you, Raza, is that Jake was doing a unique movies, but a lot of comedies, a lot of romances, and then I actually feel like Prisoners technically came out before this, but I feel like it was done before Prisoners was, and that it just happened to come out the same year, a little separated,
Yeah.
because this feels like a passion project almost, where Denis wanted to adapt this book, and then Prisoners was like, here he is to the world. Like,
Mhm.
here's his first English speaking film with huge actors. Huge actors.
Huge jacked man.
Yeah.
But anyways, I love Donnie Darko, but I didn't really take Jake seriously until this film. And he had done like some serious roles, but I didn't really see his acting levels, his chops until this film. And then I saw Prisoners afterward, and people prefer that movie to this, but this is my favorite. In 2013, when this was released, I was having like a fatigue of movies in general because there were no new stories or anything, and then this came out, and I happened to buy it at Walmart, and I was like, I fucking love this. I love the mystery and the writing and the direction and all that. So, anyways, Denis uh, expressed himself that this is the story of one man, and it's about, guilt and lust and cheating and all that. So I believe the plot is he is an actor who has cheated in the past, um, is having an affair with his pregnant wife, and has created a double life, whether he realizes it or not. And yeah, he's living both lives when they suddenly clash back together, which there's a higher level of power dynamic, I feel like, again, with the backroom weirdo sex spider stuff, right? Did his coworker intentionally mean to recommend this movie? There's some questions there. So anyways, the coloring yellow is supposed to be, like rot, toxic, not a good feeling, right? And that this movie's filled with that. And yeah, orange. The film also turns to orange when it's later at night, if you realized, and that's even more so toxic. We literally make warning signs with orange. So, anyways, yes, actor that has become a history teacher, living in a shit apartment and sleeping with a woman, and unbeknownst to her, he is married and she's pregnant, and you see how toxic he is, how as soon as his wife questions him, he's defensive, wants to leave the situation. It's almost like he's created this persona to escape his life, right? Not only for the sex lust stuff, but I feel like you see how different these characters are. One is very, you know,
Cutthroat.
bold, yeah, cutthroat, bold, alpha male, and then you cut to this teacher who is like, slumped over, quiet. He's nice to random women that sit next to him. Given he he is very awkward around men. There's some questions there in my head. But also, his girlfriend, the girlfriend of the teacher, treats him like garbage. She'll only sleep with him if she's drunk, uses him, right? Given in the context of the bigger picture, she is, his plaything, right? So, anyways, the mother indicates that he does like blueberries. The mother is well off. Why is this artist who is succeeding in life and has this beautiful home letting her son live in a crappy apartment on Queen Street somewhere? you know? Um, so there's so many implications. The same scar, same side. They're not twins. They're not Siamese
Can I
twins.
add one? Can
Yep.
I add one point to what you
Of
said
course.
about his mom?
Yes.
Because I also just remembered she said you should give up on the acting career.
Yes. Yes.
So now that you're thinking about it, yeah, she does kind of solidify that the main character is probably the actor.
Right.
And then the professor, even though the movie focuses on him as the main character,
Yes.
is
And
technically not.
And what Bailey was saying, the wife actually deceives us, not on purpose, but we are kind of in her shoes when we realize that he has a double, right?
Mhm.
Where it's like, what the fuck is going on? And this is her world. She lives in it, right? So it's literally like, I'm going to go investigate. This guy's cheated on me before. Now someone with the same voice is calling me. I'm going to go visit and make sure like this isn't happening. And then she goes and visits him, and given they do a very tricky thing where she instantly tries to call her husband, and it's Jake walking around the corner. As soon as he's gone, that's when he picks up. And I was like, ooh, like that could be, some memory foam where certain phone rings, he picks it up, and he's like back into this character. Anyways, I feel like I've kind of rambled on, but again, according to the director, it is one character who is dealing with a breakup, and even again, we're misled because we see the ending with them going into each other's lives, and we're seeing the outcome at the same time. But
So then the question that fucked me up then, right? I'm following everything else and I have no critiques. When he was with the girlfriend he was having the affair with, why did she freak out about the ring finger then? Because, like, that was the timeline part that I was like, okay, I don't get that then. Why? Just because if it's the same guy, why is this ring? Because it wasn't like, oh, you had a ring on. It's like, oh, you've got a tan line from a ring.
right. But when do they see each other? Usually the teacher and his girlfriend. At night when she's drunk. And even when he crawls into bed with her after watching the movie and tries to get frisky with her, she's not having it because she's been sleeping for 2 hours, which means that she's sobered up, and then she's like almost disgusted. Which, again, that's her character. She's using him simply for sex, in my opinion.
I would agree,
Yeah,
like,
that-
so much so I thought it was a human for hire. Like, I thought it was someone who offers services.
No.
We don't know how they met, but she seems like a pretty decent person working at a bank, and that's the problem with the teacher's life is again
they
you're
show
talking
her at her job.
yeah.
When he follows her.
Speaking of like the circle, right? What is his life? He teaches, goes home, checks the homework, drinks with her, sleeps with her, all over again. And we literally see within the first 15 minutes of the movie is we're just seeing repetition, right? And to go back to the circle of things, the opening where we see the first spider, is that possibly the end of the movie?
No, it's a loop, as we were talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So would that
There's a
possibly
good
be the beginning and the end of the movie is what Cody's saying.
Yeah. I think that is once the teacher has taken hold of this body. And he's slipping back into his toxic traits. And that is the symbolism of the spider throughout. It's toxicity, it's poisonous, it's the threat, you know, of his, not only his life, but his relationship.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a dark, fucked up movie.
Yeah.
I was wishing I had better memory because it was like I was watching the like when it starts. You're saying that scene where the pregnant lady's stomping on the spider. It's like I feel like all those creepy old men were hidden throughout the movie, like more so than just the bellhop for the one thing. Like I was like, was his coworker who recommended the film? I presumed that the coworker who recommended the film, it was something that was supposed to be like an in to the club, or that it was like he at least knew him from there, is what I was gathering from it, that he was trying to make small talk like he already was like, yeah, we watched bitch step on I can't use that word anymore. We watched someone step on a spider.
Right. Very possible.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry.
That would put me at ease a little bit, because when I first saw this, I was like, oh, this is some Illuminati shit. Which I do feel like there is aspects, because, again, in his teachings, he's talking about how the hierarchy of society will always keep you down, dumb down people, but then there's back rooms where you gain access to events so that you're more important in society, you know? Rich people get access to these weird circle jerks, for a lack of a better term.
Eyes wide shut.
Yeah.
But I love this movie. I didn't even express.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I think it's like what you take out of it as a viewer, which is rare.
Yeah.
Movies don't usually do that. It's usually one sort of cohesive linear story, like narrative, and it's you usually get the same themes out of it, but it's a fresher breath there when a movie is ominous. It like depends on the viewer too.
And for me, it was my first Denis film. And so I watched this, then Prisoners, and then I followed everything he's done.
Yeah.
And I don't know if My Mom knows this, but he did Blade Runner 2049. Okay.
I do, and I love Blade Runner 2049.
It's a banger movie. Banger.
It's a good movie.
Banger and mash.
It is.
He also did Dune, by the way. My Mom.
I know I saw on his.
That's why Raza's obsessed. I didn't know that. I didn't know he did the.
No, this was before. I fell in love with him, with Prisoner.
Yeah, I seen that a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is a good movie. And then Blade Runner, and then it was Dune.
No Love for Arrival or Sicario.
I can't. Oh, I forgot about Sicario. Sicario is very good.
It was a good movie. For
Sicario.
some reason, it just blended away for me, though. I don't know. It was another one of those. It was like good, but it didn't stick out. I don't know why.
Panda. I want
Of course.
to fucking rewatch that.
It's a great rewatch, by the way.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. Emily Blunt kills it in that movie.
Okay, I'll let Y Mom finally get to her points, but Denis, he gives meaning to everything, every shot, every item, every actor, every person, and that is why he is perfect for these bigger budget films like Blade Runner, because he uses the source material, but then he also does his own thing, and he actually cares about whatever character you're dealing with. Like, you might love Harrison Ford's character from the original, and yeah, there's a bunch of shit in between, but it's like, what's happening now and how he expresses that, you make up your own mind of what happened. Even if he tells you some story, right? There's so many layers, so many detail, and that's why Denis will go down in history as one of the greats from our era.
He's Canadian too.
Yes.
Yeah, so I love this movie. I recommended it because, well, one, I thought it would be fun to watch something that has local scenery. I thought that would be enjoyable, especially for Bailey because he lives downtown. So I thought it might be enjoyable to experience some of that. I also thought that it would be a good movie for you guys to revisit later. So, in the concept of this podcast, I know that we're sorry, I'm getting a feedback from your mic, Cody.
Yeah,
Right.
I just.
It's tripping. I can hear my own voice. It's tripping me out.
There you go.
Anyways, no. So, also because I know that this is going to be like we're going to be watching a lot of movies over time, I thought it would be fun to recommend something that maybe in time we'll revisit, watch it again, and have new, fresh opinions. Because of the fact that like I myself know that this is a movie you don't just watch once. Like you do kind of got to watch it like 2 or 3 times to really
Yeah.
like be able to experience it completely. I really like Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's adorable. I think he's a good actor.
Yeah,
I
Bailey,
really
shut your
enjoy
mouth.
him.
I said he did good. I didn't. I said he did good.
Yeah, you got
It's
your
okay.
back.
But listen, but I picked this knowing that Bailey doesn't like Jake Gyllenhaal, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fix that. Nope, I'm not gonna make him love Jake Gyllenhaal, but I'm gonna make him appreciate him a little bit. I mean, if you didn't appreciate him after Nightcrawler, that's a little weird, but
Yeah.
at least maybe this one would help you out.
I'm a sucker for Jarhead. Jarhead was like his best acting right there.
Oh, of course you are. You fucking.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
that was before this, by the way.
Yeah, so to Bailey's point of like the color, because he brought up the whole art film thing. Like, yeah, obviously this is an art film. I mean, well, I shouldn't say it's just obviously an art film. It's not just only an art film, but this director specifically makes movies that look like art. Like that's just the reality. A lot of his stuff looks that way. But this movie is very much like an art film, which is very much my style of film. I really like aesthetically pleasing things, and I like movies that have a consistent aesthetic that like feels good. Because when I watch this movie, I can feel like I'm in it because it just feels more like real life because it's consistent throughout. The color scheme is consistent. The scenarios and everything is consistent. It just is very cohesive, and that's why I liked it. But again, so the reference to the color, I feel like it was perfect. As Cody pointed out, it's supposed to be a movie about a very confusing, toxic life dynamic that is going on, so it makes sense. I also don't find Toronto to be a beautiful, bright, wonderful, flowery city. I find it to be very dirty, grimy, and sort of a hustler style city. So for me, the color theme worked really well. So anyway, so I really liked that they did it that way. I also think what's understated in this movie, because none of you guys brought it up, which I'm actually surprised that Cody didn't bring it up, is how many references to spiders there is throughout the entire movie. Because when he's in downtown and it shows, all those wires for the streetcars, what does that look like? A spider web. And then when the car crashes and they zoom in on the window, what does that look like? A spider web.
Oh,
A web.
How
Shut
the
up,
mysterious symbolism.
And web of
Okay,
lies.
but no, but it's not. Okay, Bailey, you're being.
I don't know.
It's not mysterious symbolism. It's cohesive symbolism. He's like, this is the message. Like, this is the animalistic character, or whatever you want to. This is the character that represents the emotion that I'm trying to portray. And here is the constant reminder of that emotion. Because it's like a spider, right? What they do is they trap and kill. That's how they work. So he's in this city and he's going through all these places where he works, where he lives, and things that he does, and he's trapped. And it's like, even in the very beginning of the movie, so after we get past the whole little eyes wide shut portion, and he's in the college and he's doing his lecture, if you look on the board, it looks like a spider web. He's got the main thing circled, and then he's branching off to do the little bubble teaching thing, but it still looks like a spider's web. So
Yeah.
I liked that. I felt like, because for me, spiders are really creepy. I don't like them. They freak me out. So I really liked that he kept reminding you about it. And then at the end, of course, it's like, if you weren't paying attention to the symbolism, you may have forgotten. So then at the end, you're like, oh, there it all is.
Mhm.
So there's that aspect of it. But as far as the concept of the movie, when I first watched it, I thought maybe there was a doppelganger thing going on. And then when I watched it the second time, I thought, okay, maybe there's like a cloning thing going on. And then this time when I watched it, I got more of like a split personality going on, because you can see how extremely different each character actually is. And it's crazy how the environment dictates how he behaves. Because as soon as he's within certain environments, he completely changes into whatever character it is. Um, which I thought was interesting. And then if we're talking about film style as well, I really liked that the movie was dark and that he relied a lot on like backlighting to sort of create the atmosphere, because I feel like you could really, in a weird way, I felt like I could envision his apartment in the dark just based on how he was maneuvering the apartment and the backlighting. Like I felt like it made sense, especially as somebody who like comes home. I don't turn my lights on when I come home. I just come into my apartment and navigate through it. So it just kind of was like a cool vibe to see. What else was I going to say? There's something else and I've forgotten. Anyways, I really like the movie. I think it's a very smart movie. It's interesting. As far as the stuff with the so the stuff with the pregnant, his wife, I think she was kind of like a symbol to show that he was like dissociating from his original personality or having a split personality, because my favorite scene is when he's sitting on the bench outside and he's just kind of like having a decompressing moment where like obviously he's like in his head, and she shows up there and she sits down beside him and he looks at her as if he doesn't even see her, like doesn't even know who she is at all. And I know you guys were saying, like, oh, I don't understand her like being so scared and like depressed about it. And I think for her it's more like she was having a realization that something is seriously wrong, and that's why she says to him like, I don't understand like what's going on. And then the other part where she asks how was school, because she's trying to figure out who's who, so she could instantly tell when he got there like the way he cared for her was different. So I don't know, I think it was just very smart, like little subtlety. Like the movie had a lot of like tiny little subtleties to suggest what was happening, but unless you were listening and paying attention, you kind of notice that. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like this entire movie kind of like when I finished it, it's like after the second time I watched it, when things made more sense, it left me sort of like, okay, satisfied. Like everything, the puzzle pieces fell into place. And then I did some research after the fact to like, for my own sake, to be like, what's the, like, is it actually a doppelganger, or is he just having a mental episode? So thank you for confirm, both of you, for confirming my theory, because I thought that was such a reach of a theory. But then there are hints, yeah, like what Wine Mom was saying, that like when he's meeting her, or they're at the outside of his classroom, and it's like maybe she's realizing that there's a deeper issue than adultery. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like a little. So that's the
Well,
puzzle pieces made sense then to me.
exactly. And that's when like when they're intimate together at home, where she like finally like gets close and intimate with him, because she thinks that it's his other personality, like the teacher personality. It's like you could see like she finally felt safe, and weirdly enough he kind of sort of started to feel safe, because
Yeah.
he cried to her and like you know, he started to feel comfortable in the home and putting on the clothes, and then the key card, I think, kind of like triggered him a little bit at the end, because I think he was looking for her for some sort of like guidance or safety in that situation, because I think he knew like he had to deal with that card to some level. But yeah, I don't know. I think like I think weirdly enough, the pregnant woman's character was pretty valuable in the story as well.
Oh yeah.
Because for me, it felt like she was the one who was really like putting all the pieces together,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like it felt like she was us, if that makes sense. Like we were her, we were she was the audience, and that's what we were. But we also were getting like a little bit of a different amount of information than she was. But it felt like
Well,
we were her, sort of discovering what was happening.
no matter which weird outcome of the movie it could be interpreted as, I feel like the wife was the one pointing in each of the directions, you know, whether it's a split personality or a weird doppelganger thing. It was like either way, the wife is the one helping you take that journey to try to figure out which one it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this whole theory, well, again, it's kind of confirmed by the director, but when I first saw it, even without having any of the answers, just like, imagine this happened. It all actually happened, right? I kind of love everything about it, even the outcome, even if they're not the same person, even if there's no explanation for why they're identical. I kind of love that the toxicity, which is, you know, the actor, given the girlfriend dies.
That's okay. That's my okay. You go on. But I have a
that's
question.
my one problem in that scenario, is that you kind of just got to be like, I guess they both died. All right, I'm gonna take your life now. But she was toxic as well, right? Again, the actor has abuse of women, and then the teacher gets abused, in my opinion.
So is this a story of redemption too? Could you argue that?
You could.
Okay.
I mean,
like, yeah, no, I
agree. If he is the same person, then he technically killed his mistress.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go, Raza, first. Go first.
That last scene where they're having an argument in the car. So I assume that's the girlfriend is in the car too, but that's not Jake Gyllenhaal. I assume that's what he thinks is Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's the thing, is it could be a metaphor for that part of his life dying, or he actually was there and actually crashed.
Or he's actually dead. Jake Gyllenhaal's character is dead.
That's where I was about to ask the same, just the blunt, dumb question: is he dead or not? Because
I think
it could be argued that the story.
She just right now because Billy and I are lost.
It could be argued that he is dead, but the story continues, so I don't think he is. So the question I'd focus more on is, did it literally happen because he survived, but I assume that the girlfriend didn't? Or is that just how he perceives this life of his secret life, of how it ended?
Yeah, I can't.
I don't think that the crash was real per se. I think because he wakes up from a dream.
True.
When he's sleeping next to the wife. So for me, I don't think it's real. I think it's more so like, I think it's like an ego death. Because I think this actor character is like his ego. And then the teacher is more of like his heart and who he genuinely wants to be. And like, he's fighting with these two parts because obviously he was an actor. He did those roles. And like, I think that's why he's trying to transition into this better person, but then he's being triggered by these things. And I think like, because when we talk about the second teacher in the lounge, I think that second teacher knew that he was in that movie and like made a little joke at him, because I think it's probably obvious that the teacher character doesn't talk about his movie life, because he also says, I don't really care, like I don't like movies. And then the guy's kind of like, whoa, well, where there's a will, there's a way, or whatever. And he's like, huh? Yeah, okay. And then he's like, no, the movie. It just kind of felt like this guy obviously is trying to kill off that aspect of himself or that character, and it just keeps being like he's being tormented by it more so.
Right.
So that's why, like, I don't think she actually dies. I think it's just an ego death. And she just happens to be a part of that ego. And I think we see that because when he sits outside of her office as the actor character, it just gives very much like she feeds that ego part of him, of like this hot girl, regardless of whether she has to be drunk to sleep with him. It's like this hot girl and cheating on his wife. And then I think seeing his wife have that moment of like what is actually going on triggers him to try and be like, okay, I gotta get, because like she's pregnant, I gotta figure myself out. And like then he slowly works his way into killing that character in himself.
Right.
So it's a
Because
metaphor.
then
I see that.
It's a metaphor.
right, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I would 100% agree with that. I see that a lot, especially with the way that character jumps around and his motivations were all ego based. So that like
Well, because if you
does
think
speak to
about
that
it,
a lot.
right, if you think about it, the actor character is very small in the movie. Like he's a big focus, and he's kind of like when he comes in, it's like, how did you get here? Like it just kind of feels like, oh, all of a sudden this guy's here. There's not really a true transition into it.
Yeah. So
So it feels almost as if like it's like a trigger response.
yeah. So like to add on. So I don't know if this is an add-on. I think this is like another thing. But like everything he's doing, like he has an apartment, he has a car, he has this job. All the extra stuff is to like justify this new, this other personality.
Yes.
Is that what's happening?
I believe so.
I think in a weird way, it's definitely dealing with some form of dissociation or split personality or some sort of like ego, like something dealing with like a secondary part of yourself. Because in a weird way, like I'm assuming, right? I'm not somebody who's lived a double life like that and had that sort of life experience, but when you are changing, like think about it, when you go from a teenager into an adult, right? You are making big transitions in your life, and you almost have to kind of kill off that person that you were before. And we've talked about this on the podcast, like ego deaths. I've said this before. I'm like, everybody should have an ego death. Everybody should get to a point in their life where they're like, okay, I'm really not that person, and I should like kill off that character of myself and start over, you know? Or see yourself as a new person. And I think that's kind of like what was going on there.
I agree, and I feel like their housing situations kind of mirror that. You know,
Mhm.
if you're getting married and moving into a nice place, you can't have everything from your life with you, right?
Mhm.
So where would you put all your boxes and like memories maybe you don't want to remember, like a picture of yourself with someone ripped out of it, which is the only thing we see.
I genuinely
from-
forgot about that.
From the teacher, like again, his house is so bare. He's got a laptop, he's got a single chair, the bed, and then all these boxes along the wall. And that's basically all we see in his apartment. And so yeah, again with the one character thing, it's like this is the part of his life he doesn't want people to know, he doesn't want to see, maybe he wants to forget in general, but he still enjoys it. He's still visiting it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Well, and I think the character of his mom was a lot more too than I think we realized. Because she was kind of like, weirdly enough, she was kind of like the third wall. If that makes sense. Like, you know, when we're like, let's take down the third wall or let's look past the third wall. She was that.
Fourth wall?
Where she
Yeah,
was
fourth.
a fourth wall, yeah.
Yeah.
Or she was the fourth wall. She was the like, you guys see all this happening, and like, let me tell you what's happening.
Right.
Right. Also, this is just like a little funny thing. His supposedly shit apartment looks better than half of the apartments in fucking Toronto. Come on, it's not
This
that
is
terrible.
2013, and
I know, but
he's a
that's
university
technically
teacher.
the worst thing in his apartment was his stovetop. The rest of it was fine.
What about the fact that he doesn't have a router? It's 2013 and he has to pull out the internet cord, or he's still renting DVDs.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the actual apartment itself.
I am.
Wasn't that bad.
Too.
I don't know.
We barely see it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Film
'Cause it's
festival
so dark.
cliches. Film festival cliches.
I mean,
That's
it
what
did
call
show
it.
that.
I feel like you're being a bully, Bailey, about the film festival cliches. I think you're
'Cause I
just
think
giving
it
it
was
that because
very-
it's Toronto.
No, I
Well,
thought
because
it
it's a
was not.
Toronto-based film.
That's not
Okay, I'm
what it
sure
is.
it was. Anyways, whatever. You're wrong.
Not in my mind. That's not how I feel it was. I respect your interpretation if you think that's what I feel, but it's not. I wasn't stuck on the locality. It's just Little Miss Sunshine. You go to any classic film festival movie, and they're usually Cincinnati based or this niche neighborhood in Oakland. It's always
Which
like,
is all of that is fine, but I feel like Toronto is not a niche environment. I'm sorry. Like, I hear you, but I like Toronto is like literally number 2 in the top cities of the world. Like, it's definitely not a niche city. It's like New York, Toronto, Vancouver. Like, it's like,
so
it's
then
a big
why do they
city.
have to
It's
change
not
the
a niche city.
That's where I would. Okay, so then let me be respectful and not an attacking Ed Wine Mom. In my opinion, I would disagree because then why would they have to change the Toronto set for every TV show and film? Why do we always... a lot of movies are filmed here, but they change it to New York. They change it to another city. If it's really one of
Because-
those top-tier cities...
I have friends
because they're filming
work-
in those cities. Like, they're trying because those. Go ahead, Raza.
I have friends who work in the film in the industry, and they sometimes change it to look as another city. It isn't all the time. You usually you see the Toronto skyline or the CN Tower.
But also,
it's for big budget movies. That's what they do it for.
that's
not
what I'm
for
gonna
just-
say.
Yeah.
Well, like Suits, even Suits is
budgeting
filmed
matters.
in Toronto. I could name
Yeah,
many
but-
shows and
But
movies that were
Bailey,
all
they're
filmed in
filmed
Toronto.
here, but they are filmed here because it's cheaper to film here. That's
But
why. And then they just
also-
add a little CGI to change things up. It doesn't make Toronto a niche city, especially because when it's being filmed in Toronto. Like, it's obvious about when you look at the shoot
Because we
times and
live
stuff like
here.
that.
It
Yeah, but
wouldn't
that
be
doesn't
ours.
make it a niche city.
It's niche to set the movie here. Let me say that. All right.
Maybe in that degree.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim is maybe the most famous Toronto-based film, arguably.
yeah,
But
why,
Toronto is
Mom?
still
Name
not a
me
niche
another.
city.
No, then what's another film? Rather, and not accusationally, I'm asking because I'm
Okay.
curious. I'm asking because I'm
I'll say
curious, not to
it's
challenge. What's
niche.
another Toronto
Okay.
film?
Okay.
Anything by
I'm not
David
gonna-
Cronenberg.
First of all, you're asking the wrong person because I'm
Fly?
a movie buff, so I'm not going to know that
Videodrome?
stuff. But there is also, Cody, what is that space movie that was filmed here recently? It was on Amazon. It was a Toronto movie. Actually, it was filmed just down the street from my house. Anyways, it'll
The
come to you
Boys.
eventually. No. The Boys also is quite often filmed here.
But they don't say Toronto, is what I'm saying. Like, can you
No, but
tell me a
listen to
movie
me.
that's shot in Toronto and
Listen
says
to
it's in
me.
Toronto?
I'm saying listen
Man
to what
from
Cody
Toronto.
said.
Done.
I mean, we
wasn't.
just had a movie that's being made big called Scarborough that was filmed here. But anyways,
It's a few years old.
Not really. It's a few years old and didn't really.
yeah, but it's really big right now, and a lot of people are talking.
Brothers
But anyways,
isn't the new one. Plus, there's
Yeah.
a video movie coming out, like VHS.
but anyways,
videos.
the thing is, if you're filming a movie, sorry, Raza, but if you're filming a movie and you're from the States and you want a cheap place to film, but you still want it to look like where you live and where you're filming from, then obviously it's not going to be Toronto. But Toronto is, if we remove the movie aspect, Bailey, Toronto is not a niche city.
But that's where we're not discussing. That's a different topic. I'm asking like what, like for film sets, to set a film in a city like this does make it niche, because then otherwise they would be set in the city. I'm not disrespecting everything you're saying. You're right.
I know.
You're
I'm not saying you're
100% right.
disrespecting me. I
Can I
just don't.
Can I just say something? Do you know that Saw movie Spiral with Chris Rock that was shot?
Yeah.
That was shot in my downtown.
That's
my
wicked.
contribution.
Yeah,
When
all
we
the Saw
drove by
movies.
it, the entire street, I saw Chris Rock, literally in front of Bailey's old apartment, just talking to somebody. I was like, I wanted to get out of the car, but I was like, it's Chris Rock.
Did he get
It's Chris Rock.
smacked?
Yeah, I don't get smacked. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, all the Saw movies are filmed in Toronto and Toronto area, just so you know, Raza.
Good thing I know that now.
I'm not gonna plug the channel like I have before, but literally the only opinions on YouTube that I actually care about when it comes to film, I watched their review back when I first watched this movie, and they talked about, because it's a group of people that have been to Toronto for conventions and such, and they talked about how it's the perfect city for this film because it's all metal and concrete and dull colors, and it's kind of depressing as fuck. And of course, there's coloring added
Saga
to.
is not depressing. I find offense to that. Port
Yeah.
Credit is lit. Port Credit is where the party's at.
Yeah, because that's like, I'm not trying to go off on like some big like attack Wine Mom on opinions. I just think that what you pointed out, Panda, I think Toronto is used as a set because it's easy to make look like other cities because of the diverse regionality that you have within it.
But for them to set it actually in Toronto, I love, because again, there's David Cronenberg is literally peak Toronto, unless you're going to Scott Pilgrim, which again, that's Edgar Wright doing his thing based on a manga that is set in Toronto and all that. But I really respect it, and again, Denis is Canadian, and I think that he had been here enough, and again, it could have been the festival baiting. He's like, there's a Toronto Film Festival, I'm gonna fucking sucker you all into loving my movie, you know?
That's how you get the money. That's how you get your accreditation. Like, half of producing these movies is you do it for the art. But then once you're at a scale, like he made Prisoners right before it, he's finally had the respect. And now it's like, okay, I need to collaborate with Microscope Studios to make a film that's going to get both of us money and get me to the next sphere of directing.
Right.
Game of Thrones was shot here. Game of Thrones was shot. No, it wasn't. I don't think it was.
Yeah, but overall, I liked it. I did like it. It was good. It was fun, weird.
My favorite Vancouver-based movie is Deadpool.
Yeah, that's.
I'm just gonna start naming
Riverdale.
Shot.
Cody, you have to figure out what that movie was because it's gonna bother me now.
What movie?
It was filmed at the old. They literally had a whole scene that they filmed at the GO train station down the street.
Is it?
They used that. They used that car dealership, and they turned it into a police station.
Oh, Yellow
But
Jacket.
it was meant to be.
I got you.
It was no, it's not. It was meant to be in like a desert climate. Is how they changed it. Remember, we drove past it. They had all the like cactuses out front.
With me?
It was an Amazon. It was an Amazon original movie. It was for Amazon, and the main characters were. It was like a young kid was the main character.
Are you talking about Pickering? No,
it was right here, Cody.
I wasn't with you then.
You've driven past it with me.
Okay, but I don't remember seeing a desert set.
I remember. I just. I just want to say something. I remember watching Handmaid's Tale, and one of the characters was coming out of Ossington Station. I remember texting Bailey, "I've been here. I've been here in the show." That changed my life. It was better.
Yeah, I was downtown when they were filming at the city center in front of the city hall for Handmaid's Tale.
Now that's a show that's actually, you could argue that, because it talks about Canada, talks about Toronto, talks about Burlington, talks about my neck of the woods in one episode.
That's a good argument.
Yeah, yeah.
I like
And
that.
then
So
Yellow
that-
Jacket too.
We got-
No,
we
this
got-
movie was from like 2020 as or 20 it was being filmed during the pandemic. So it was either like 2019, 2020 or 2021 in
If we
those
figure it
3
out-
years.
If we figure it out, Bailey, if you're gonna include all this, you can put it in post.
So there you go. There you go. So, did we got any final opinions on the film before we do a clap commercial break and go to buy it, rent it, skip it?
I just want to shout out the female actors in this film because legend Isabella Rossellini, if I pronounce that correctly, she is from Blue Velvet, which is iconic and weird as fuck. And Death Becomes Her is probably the more famous film she's done. That's the mother. Fantastic. Melina Laurent, I believe
It's
it is.
Melanie
Laurent, which is the French actress that plays his girlfriend in Glorious Bastards and Now You See Me, most famous films. She's fantastic. And then the wife as well, Sarah Gadon. Yeah. Underrated actress. She's a Canadian actress. She's the most famous thing she did was Dracula Untold, but she also did Cosmopolis with Robert Pattinson. Absolutely love that movie. And again, that's a David Cronenberg movie, which is very theme based. It's like if you guys have seen it or ever go to watch it, it's like just like people having weird conversations that don't really make sense. It's almost like poetry and talking.
Okay.
And yeah. So seek out, like, because you don't want to watch Jake Gyllenhaal, go seek out these female actresses. Check out their work because, yeah, watch more movies.
And they were excellent. That's a good shout out. I appreciate that.
My favorite part was where they go to Mississauga and like you see the shampoo buildings. I call them the shampoo buildings because they look at that. And it's like I have a family.
Aren't those ice condos?
No, that you're thinking of downtown Toronto.
No,
this is Mississauga. Yeah,
it's like downtown Mississauga near Square One, I think.
Yeah, right by there. That's funny. I never thought of shampoo bottles. You're right. Yeah. They're shampoo bottles. That's what they are.
At the time, I had family living there, and they were mentioning something about the movie. And then when I watched this, 6 year or almost a decade-year-long delay on my reaction time, but now I got what movie they were talking about. So it's like.
Which is how long it will take to figure out what Wine Mom's movie is.
I'm gonna look for it because it was a good movie.
I did work here.
Do you know what movie it is, Raza? Seriously?
No, I don't. It sounds familiar though.
Yeah, let's give some claps. We'll be back with Buy It, Rent It, Skip It. Give me a clap, Raza. Give me one clap. Give me one, please.
Clapping cheeks.
There you go. That's good enough for me. All right, we're back on that very fake commercial break. Buy it, rent it, skip it.
That
what do you
car
got?
Commercial you had, that's high production value. Holy shit, dude!
I know. Wow. I know. I took a whip out by the Niagara region. I went down the escarpment. Oh, you guys missed it totally. So
there was a cheerleader conference going on at like near the near my dad's work, and I had to pick him up yesterday. I was just like, Dad, what's going on? Oh yeah, your cheerleader later con happening. I was like, what the fuck's that?
Oh yeah, that's the what's that movie? That's the fucking
Bring It On.
Bring It On shit. Yeah, that's the Bring It On shit.
That's what we're watching. That's my pick.
Wait, is what's her face gonna be there?
Kirsten Dunst?
No,
they don't have enough budget for Kirsten.
They do. She's not the same actress that she was a decade ago.
Olivia Dunn, that TikToker that all the young boys are going crazy for and causing like riots.
Thank God I'm 31 years old. I don't know.
Oh, I've seen who you're talking about. Yeah.
I was driving by.
Probably though. You're probably right. I bet you that TikToker was there though.
You never know.
Nonetheless, who wants to start with buy it, rent it, skip it? Why do we feel?
She was in
Wine Mom.
Texas, according to this article.
No, I'm not going first. You guys go.
They travel, you know.
Okay, I'll go. I'll break the ice. We'll go same order. So I go rent it. It was still a good movie. It was very enjoyable, and personally, I think if you like Jakey, if you like Denis, then definitely for sure watch it. But those four film festival cliches: the mysterious symbolism, the sharp and disorienting ending, the shot locally with a focus on
Get
that
over
niche
that,
city,
Bailey.
and unnecessarily. That's just one of my 4 points. And the fourth being the unnecessarily long scenes to flex the character acting. Those are like, you could find those in a lot of these film festival circuit movies. So I don't think it puts it like top tier movie, but it's still good and worth a watch.
Fair. Raza?
I think this is one to buy. Because it's like, if you want to, because I was thinking about this, because if you want to be a snob to your friends, be like, look at my movie taste, bring out this movie. It's pretty, like, it's a good movie to get a conversation going, and also to show that you're not, or you're a deep individual, at least to me. But I think buy this movie because it's a movie that, like, you as Wine Mom said earlier, is that there is so many details, you're gonna miss them out. Like the first 20 watches, you're probably gonna miss out on so many details. So that's the only way to watch this movie, or the only way to actually understand this movie is by seeing it as many times as possible, and that's by buying it, and that's the cheapest way. So I think buy a movie because you will seem intellectual, and then people will want to hang out.
Major A24 vibes, y'all.
Major, because it is A24.
It is A24.
It's E1.
No, it's
Productions.
A24.
Upon it.
I'm pretty sure E1 is associated with A24, but I'm literally
in the opening credits it says A24.
Where did you watch it?
I watched it online.
Like a
It says
streaming platform?
A24. Yeah.
Upon its wide release by A24 on the 14th of March.
Which means that
Give me
after this, after they produced the film and released it,
Oh, so A24
picked
bought
up.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's something A24 would do. It's an A24-esque.
That works.
I mean, they do like small Canadian type stuff too, so it wouldn't surprise me that would be involved. Maybe not directly in the beginning, maybe in the.
Yeah, but I think buy this movie. Also, that's a bias there because I like Denis a lot.
That's fine.
Why
Fine.
all
You
of
can
his
have a
movies
bias.
give him the love he's not rated yet, guys, by the way. He's still underrated. Want to point that out there.
Right.
Keep your mouth shut, Panda. I know what you're about to say.
I mean, he's one of the top 5 directors right now, hands down. Like,
He's
you ask
number one.
anyone who has a... Not Flickster. What app do you use, Wine Mom?
Letterbox.
Yeah,
What?
Letterbox. I guarantee that this is like...
Yeah, I get that, but like, he isn't the layman's director. Not everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows who
Sure.
Martin Scorsese is, Spielberg, Christopher Nolan, all that.
Yeah. Fair. I'll go. I own it. I bought this before I even knew what it was, and I love it, and I'm glad I own it. So if you buy physical media, absolutely buy it, whether it's for Jake Gyllenhaal, whether it's for Denis, or if you just like weird little movies where you can, choose your own adventure with the outcome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah.
And if you want to see depressing Toronto in yellow with spiders. I want to ride that giant spider.
I want to
Yeah.
write something.
That shit was cool. I thought that was clipped from just like some random ad or graphic. I've seen that reposted a bajillion times. I didn't know
It became a
was gonna be-
meme.
Yeah. Sounds very cool. So, do we got
My
my
mom?
mom in here?
Yeah. So I'm obviously gonna say own it, like buy it. Um, for the same point that Raza made, I feel like the movie requires more than one watch because you're gonna change your mind every single time. I feel like if you're somebody who really loves movies,
Or
really
pregnant women.
really loves movies, or really likes complicated storylines, or just likes to watch something that's challenging to watch, I feel like this is it for you. Again, like it is an art film. Yes. I don't necessarily agree with Bailey's points of it being like a Toronto, like not Toronto, being like a film festival type movie. I guess I get it. I mean, I would see it in a film festival, sure, but I don't think that that it deserves to just be roped into that category because I think like the movie's a lot more smart and challenging than that. Um
Yeah, it's not
Again, the
Oscar
director,
baity, in my opinion, which kind of goes
yes.
against what Bailey's saying, but I see what
Yeah.
both of you are saying.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go against what
Um
Bailey says all the time. It makes me feel better.
No, but no, just the reality is like I really love this movie. Like it's very rare for me to have this. As you guys have seen, we watched a few movies now and I've been kind of a butt cheek about them all, but like this, I love this movie. And I respect this movie and I think the concept is beautiful and I think that it's a good challenging movie and I think especially for the current climate that we're in, like to deal with mental health and stuff at that time in a sort of like off the shoulder way where it's not direct, like you can see like little aspects of where that is being included in the movie. Anyways, I think it's an own it because I think it's a fun movie to like sit down with your friends and be like, hey, do you guys want to like really freak out about this movie and like try and come up with our own concepts and have like a really in-depth conversation once the movie is done? This is a movie for that. So I'd say own it, watch it at least 3 to 4 times, and then see what your final opinion is.
A reviewer compared this movie to Christopher Nolan's Memento.
I didn't watch that movie.
I'd argue that this is better, in my personal opinion. Oh wait, Memento. Never mind. Sorry, I thought you meant Insomnia.
Memento and
I fucked up.
Insomnia were the same words. I see where I screwed up on that, Panda. I see where I screwed up on that.
Okay. No,
Really?
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. That's yeah. I enjoyed it overall. It's a fun watch. I definitely see with you guys how you want to add it to the buy it category. I'm not full hater mode on this shit.
Fine.
No, he's going full hit mode. When he says
No,
that,
like
he
I
goes in full hit
respect.
mode.
No, like I respect Bailey's opinion as
Add
far
this
as
to the
like
doc.
no, but like
Yeah.
if you're not no, but to be fair, like if this movie is like if you're not into that concept of a movie, right? If you're like I want to watch a movie and I kind of just want to like watch a movie and just chill, then yeah, this is not the movie for you. But if you
No,
want
That,
to if you want to feel challenged in what you're watching or you want to challenge your like point of view and have different concepts, then this is the movie for you. So, and also you guys are making your face. I'm not jabbing at Bailey. Bailey's extremely intelligent and he definitely could enjoy different genres of movies. But I also know that this doesn't appeal to Bailey's interest.
no.
Just like it just doesn't appeal to you. I get it.
Well,
You
if I
like
may,
it. You say watch it.
if I
But
may speak for myself, I just
go ahead.
I
Go
think
ahead.
I think a lot of these like values that it's presenting are done just a little, like that's why I think it's film festival cliche. It's
And
hammering it home a little heavily, and it's a little pretentious. I find it.
we need more movies like Escape from New York.
Yeah,
We need-
I just want Kurt Russell. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. I overall, it's like no, it's not necessarily about the fact that I don't want to think while I watch a movie. It's just
That's not
just
what I
think
said. I just said that's not what I was trying to say.
my God. So before you sign off, I think I know which movie I'm choosing next week.
Okay, and we have an important question to ask before we sign off too. So you
Okay.
get that done. I got the important question after.
Okay, first off, I want to know who has seen the motion picture. No, I'm just kidding. The Nice Guys.
Can we please kill that?
No, never.
No,
Joke.
it's not
It's
gonna die.
garbage. I
It's an
can't
awesome
listen to it.
joke.
Has anyone here
I
seen
can't have it anymore.
The Nice Guys starring Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe? I almost said
Kurt Russell.
I haven't actually.
Okay, good.
I have.
You have? Okay, you're the only person I'm okay with seeing it. I know Wine Mom definitely hasn't. It is crime related. I realize that like every single choice I have made so far is crime related, but this is also a comedy, and I think it is a majorly slept on comedy. So I'm going with Nice Guys 2016.
Oh, I think I actually. Okay.
I'm going to be pissed after me asking you for like 3 months if you've seen this movie.
You have not asked me for. You have not asked me for 3 months if I have seen this movie.
Okay, we're
But
watching Shrek.
No, we're not fucking watching Shrek. Like, kiss my ass.
Fine, Shrek 3.
Anyways, I love Russell Crowe. So.
Okay.
Do you
Well,
like him? Name Thor Russell. No, I'm kidding.
Anyway, I'll punch you in the mouth for that because I think that is dumb. People should not do that to people who like somebody. Also, he's going to be in a new movie coming out soon, but I won't talk about it.
It's out.
Oh, it's out. Sorry, yeah. And I think it's going to be like one of the movies of the year.
Did you like him
I
in
don't think it
Thor?
agrees, but... In what?
In Thor?
In Boar?
Thor. Thor. Love and Thunder. Thor.
No.
He was
I didn't
pretty.
watch that.
He was boss. He was boss babe in that one.
Wasn't he
Zeus.
Yeah, Zeus, right.
Yeah.
He's a god, Wine Mom.
I've seen him in like old. I've seen him in like old stuff, like Robin Hood.
That was
Old?
the only movie.
2010.
2010. That's the only movie I got up and walked out of the theater for. Was that Robin Hood movie
Okay, that's your opinion. I watched it on TV as a kid.
with Kurt Russell, or whatever, whoever we're talking about.
Russell-
My bad. I'm still stuck on Kurt Russell. I'm sorry. I want more Kurt Russell. No, but the Russell Crowe. That was the only one I got up
But he
and
was
walked
also
out.
he was also in Noah and Gladiator. A Beautiful
Brought up
Mind.
2 of his worst movies. I'm sorry.
I don't
Robin
care. I
Hood
liked
and
Robin
Noah?
Hood. I liked Robin Hood. Noah wasn't amazing, but I still watched it.
Exodus. Wait, he isn't even in
That's
that
the kind of
Exodus
movie.
one.
That movie I watched like on TV as a kid. Like those movies, I just ended up watching them on TV because they were on TV. He was also in The Mummy.
Yeah.
I'm looking at his thing. At his,
The Tom Cruise one.
Oh,
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
I was like, where did
He
I miss
played
that?
Dr.
Jekyll
Jekyll.
and Hyde. Yeah.
Hyde, yeah. My
I-
favorite
He's a
Russell
good
Crowe
actor.
movie is Master and Commander.
That's a good one.
I thought you were going to say
sarcastic.
Bad Times at the El Royale because you loved that movie.
Different actor. That's
Different actor. You do think?
Yeah, you did what I did. You did what I
men
did.
Look the same. You're based for that one, Mom. I respect you now. You even more.
No,
about
it's
Man of
literally in.
Steel?
Jeff Bridges. You're thinking of Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, you're thinking of Jeff
It's
Bridges.
literally. No, it's. What?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the dude.
I did this too. I did
This
this
is
too.
Jeff
It's okay.
Bridges in.
While we're on the topic, 310 to Yuma.
Okay, I'm
Underrated?
literally. Okay, but okay, Cody, go to Google right now and please look up Russell Crowe and go through his fucking discography.
Okay,
Bad
wow.
time at El Royale. I'm seeing
What-
that
what-
happen.
Yeah.
It's literally in his list. It's literally in the list of movies he was in. I'm not. This isn't me just like I remembered him from the movie. I said, oh well, he's in this. I don't remember him in, but I'm saying, oh, it's on his list of things that he's done.
Hold up, you're saying Russell Crowe was in Bad Time to El Royale?
That's what it says. If you go, so click on him and then click all the way down next to the Silver Brummy, Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah. I'm not seeing
You see it.
Mystery Alaska. That's a good one.
I'm literally taking a picture right now because fuck that if I'm gonna be troll.
I'm reading detail.
I'm trying to check the actors on Bad Times to see if it comes up there.
He was originally cast in it, but then he had to drop out. He was supposed to be
Right.
John Hamm's. He was supposed to be John Hamm.
Anyways, I'm just showing you guys that it said it. It wasn't me just making it up.
Yeah. I believe you. Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Okay, so to close out the show, before we do Let's Talk and we can have more Russell Crowe talks, I got an important question, Raza. And I got the answer for you if you need. But was Bo Burnham an enemy with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Was Bo Burnham even born when this movie?
Yes.
Yeah, come on. Okay, he looks like a child.
He's
to me,
older
but,
than us.
I think he's the like, you know when Jake Gyllenhaal is having a dream and he sees a naked lady upside down with a spider head?
Mm-hmm.
That's
He's the body double.
Method acting.
I like
Bo couldn't walk on the ceiling. It must be Tom Cruise.
Yeah, mine was, yes, a trick question, actually. Yes, he was actually cast to be the doppelganger for Jake Gyllenhaal, but he kept breaking into song and it would give away the plot.
Is that all you?
Yeah, it's all me.
Fuck you, Billy. Fuck you. I don't like that one bit. I hate that so much. I'm so angry.
All right.
Ruin my fast.
Everybody, you know what it is. We're here on the TikToks. We're on the YouTubes, Marching into Madness. You can also find us on Instagram. And we do a show every single week on Monday, whether it's a podcast or this. You could tune in and find us here. I do some stuff during the week. Raza also likes to play the video games during the week when he has the availability. And on Fridays, we typically be D-Gens together, wasting our lives in some sort of virtual environment. Raza, did I miss anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You should hit us up on social media.
That's the detail.
Hit us up on social media.
Done. Okay. Wine Mom Panda, anything to say before we sign off and go to Let's Chat for those streamer people that can hang out and talk to us and give us their opinion on Jake Gyllenhaal and Enemy?
This is a good movie. This is a good movie. Bailey has bad opinions. Okay? That's it.
I like the main actress because she's blonde.
That's accurate. That's Cody.
Done. Sign off. All right. We'll go.
That's not an inside joke. That's an outside joke.
Okay, hang in.
Out
hang
of
in.
course.
You got the duck in the background, and I'm going to edit photos as we hang out today.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, you first, and then I got to do bathroom break.
Wait,
you go.
Didn't you have a question or something?
No, that was my Bo Burnham question.
Yeah,
I had asked the Bo Burnham question.
Okay.
Russell, what are you doing?
Okay.
Why are you pressing
I thought I was tripping. I was like, did I just see a duck on there? Is that what I just saw? Don't abuse. I'm gonna. It's kind of fun. You keep note of this because you could use this as a soundboard for video game streams.
It doesn't sound like
you can add your own.
You need.
Oh, you need to pay Discord.
No, I don't.
Oh my goodness!
This could you could have a soundboard for video games now.
They're gonna need it after those leaks that came from that Minecraft.
Yeah.
Discord.
Okay, I'll look into that.
This is the audio channel I use for your mic, so you could be a little fucking. You could be the next.
Guys.
Okay, I'll be back.
Yeah.
I just found the best, like the best Wine Mom meme ever. I'm gonna post it in the Discord, Cody. Go away.
Oh, Panda, stay here for a second. Oh no, he's gone.
Look at that. The way he
on
just
Twitter, I just saw the cookies are reading this, but
the what?
I'm not gonna say anything until Panda comes back.
Hey, check Discord. Check Discord. Why did he do that?
It's funny that he put like a sock on it. I think he used a
You're
sock.
so hard to buy. OMG, I don't get it.
You're so hard to buy for. Oh my gosh. Cow. That's all I want.
I want a cow. I can
Literally
give you a
my
cow.
entire personality. I don't want a dead one, Raza.
All right. Why is there his screen black? Oh, he put a thing over it. Every
That
time you
is the
post a
best.
cow, every time you
That is
post a
the best
cow,
meme. Raza, come on, that is the best meme. You look at my. You are the only person who looks at my story.
do you check?
Come on. Yeah, of course I check you use my stories. Plus, you like all of my stories. You're
You
my only
told me
supporter.
Like my okay.
I mean, you can stop if you want, but like, I like
feel
the
like
support.
I'm too deep in now. If I stop liking your stories, you're gonna spontaneously combust. Yeah. Every time you post a cow on your story, I have the urge to say that looks delicious, but I don't send it because
I will
that's a
hate you
panda thing.
forever.
A panda thing. I think.
No,
To
be fair, Cody is very good when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
He knows I'm very serious about cows. It was either my birthday or for Christmas that just passed. He got me like a really good little miniature cow figurine, and I almost cried. I keep her on my desk.
I'm gonna. Your birthday's in what, November?
October.
You don't
Close
tell us these things, man. Billy. Remember the last time she casually said, "Oh, I just had a birthday." We're like, "When?" And you're like, "Oh, it happened."
Well,
You
Bailey knows
before
when my
were
birthday
telling
is.
us. I don't know because I think it's.
You don't know,
It's-
Bailey?
I forget. I know it's in the
Yeah,
fall.
but you know it's in October, and you have me on Facebook,
That's true. That's valid.
and you've never missed my birthday before, so
Yeah, Bailey.
you make
you're
yourself
such
look bad.
a shitty friend. Why don't you go? Rethink your life choices.
It's okay.
for
I don't
your bir-
remember birthday either, so.
Well,
anyways, go
mine is Bailey's is January 15th, right, Bailey?
No.
Oh,
That's funny. It completes your meme though, because it's my dad's birthday. So.
No, you're a December baby. Bailey is a late December baby, no?
No, he's January.
No,
I'm
I'm not. I'm
100%, yeah.
January.
Yeah, 100%.
Early January then.
You're early January.
Yeah.
I know for a
Yeah.
fact. 9th?
No.
10th?
No, lower.
3rd?
4th.
Very close.
Well-
4th.
4th? Okay. Well, when's mine,
I
Bailey?
got it!
When's mine, Bailey?
Yours
January 4th.
is also in January, isn't it? No, it's in.
No, he's a Pisces.
Yeah, he's before me because he turned older first. He's not November. He's not October.
It's gotta be November.
It's surprised you guys don't know. Okay, first of all, it's in January.
Okay, I thought it was. Okay, I couldn't remember if I was tripping out and
I'm
being
an
selfish.
Aquarius. Fine, Mom.
Right, an Aquarius. Why did I say Pisces? Yes, you are an Aquarius. I know this because I love Aquarius. Aquarii or whatever they're.
Aquarium.
Aquarium. I love
Aquarius have like the most like tacky. Don't Google this, Bailey.
No, Panda's in the chat. I was just dying.
Oh.
He's throwing in his gambits at what your birthday was.
It's crazy because it's so weird.
Oh, he's right.
Zodiac stuff, people always, because Cody, you know why? He's got it in. Don't trust. He writes it down.
Good boy, Panda.
He has
He's
everything
actually-
written down.
Yeah.
No, but it's funny how is it because people always dog zodiac sign stuff, but literally all of our signs are like signs that normally commingle together.
Have you seen what an Aquarius sign looks like? It's a woman taking water. It's like the most lamest shit ever. Everybody else is a fucking scorpion.
What?
A cool
Excuse
thing.
me? That's
Meanwhile,
very
here I am.
symbolic. What are you talking
I'm
about?
just like water. Here you go. Oh fuck! Here's some water. Here's some water.
Yeah, that's very symbolic.
It's very lame, man.
No,
Well, I
it's
got
beautiful.
Taurus. He's
It's
a bull.
pure. Your dad is a Taurus?
Is Taurus May?
Oh my god, Raza, you just absolutely broke my heart.
I'm gonna get you guys to
Are you
Kara. I really gotta go to the
serious?
bathroom. I'll be right back.
Then go.
Bye.
There we go. Yeah. Go.
Raza,
Yeah. Is that bad? Is that bad?
take it back.
He's May 14th, I believe. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, you know what? It's fine. I can
And
I
then-
can I can deal with
Why?
this.
Why?
I can
Why?
figure this out.
Why
I
is
can
that a
handle
bad-
this. I think I'll be okay.
Should
I'm a
I
little
tell her?
traumatized.
Because I get it. Okay, yeah, I got it. And my mom is, I think she was, no, she's November 30th, so she's also, I think she's Scorpion,
She's a Capricorn.
Capricorn. Well, I thought
Or
Capricorn.
she's a Capricorn or a Sagittarius. I think she's a Sagittarius.
She should be a Sagittarius. I think Capricorn's in
She's a
June.
Sagittarius. My dad is a Taurus.
Oh, interesting.
And my little sister is a Taurus.
What sign are you? Well, what sign is Panda?
Panda's a Cancer. Panda's a Cancer.
Like, is that a joke or
the crab?
Actually?
No,
Oh,
the crab. Cancers. So here's the thing. You want to hear something funny, Raza? Because if we're gonna talk, since it's just you and I, and you'll talk about stuff I care about, which is nice. So Cody is a Cancer.
Yeah.
And I am a Libra. Okay. My mother is a Cancer. Okay.
Oh, okay.
The two signs in the zodiac, like, okay, all signs have like they're compatible or they're like codependent signs. But for Libra and Cancer, our codependent sign is each other. So me and my mom are super codependent. Like we're super, super close. Like we have a very codependent relationship.
Okay.
And me and Cody are very codependent. I'd argue that I'm the issue, but yeah, and he's a Cancer.
Interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay. Interesting. Mm-hmm. So, all right. That now it kind of makes sense. Hey, Panda. And then my sister and I are both Aquarius because she's born like 3 days after me, but like in 1989. So she's older than me. So, and she's nothing like an Aquarius, so which is weird.
Well, here's another thing too. It also depends on gender.
Wow.
That's the thing too. So gender will change it. So there's some, because I've noticed like there's some commonalities, but there's also some differences between my mom and Cody both, and they're both Cancers. Like there's a lot of things about them that are specific, like things that my mom does that triggers me. Like sometimes Cody does them, which is very much like a thing of a Cancer sign. But also there is like significant differences between them being like male and female. Because that's another thing too that people don't take to credit. Like, so maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I think Libras are great. I love them. But Libra women, I don't like Libra men. They piss me off.
Apparently I have broken wine mom's heart because my dad is a Taurus. And that's Hey,
but Cody, you should understand why that breaks my heart. My father and my sister are both Tauruses.
But so my dad's hard-headed.
Oh yeah, stubborn, his way, no way, very like self-motivated, always has money in his pocket, like just very much like him. Like there's like it's him. Like there's
He's
just
that
a powerful present. Yeah.
He's that guy. Yeah. He's not.
But also let me ask you this, Raza. If you were in a life, because I'm curious, if you were in a life or death situation, would you feel okay being in that situation with your dad? Do you feel like your dad's gonna get you out of that?
No.
That's crazy, because to me, most Tauruses that I've ever met, like the Taurus men anyways, they're the kind of guys like if you are in life or death, that's kind of who you want to be with.
My dad gets kind of irrational. He's sort of like has
irrational,
He's like gets very pensive, like his patience is not the highest. So I can see him breaking down very. However, my mother is a computer. A walking, talking robot. So that's kind of like the person I would.
Sagittarius, they're very in the nicest way possible. They're very good at like holding their emotions close.
Oh yeah, she's very good at that. She's very good at making.
Yeah, but when they break down, though, they break down. They break down.
I don't hear from my mom for months if she's been going through it. With that, Panda, I was holding this news for you to come back since we're all here, and this is topical. But like, you know how there's a new James Bond in the works now, and guess our boy is being pursued to
Henry?
no, Denise.
Oh.
Like, yeah, he's said to be he is said to be producer. Barbara Broccoli is number one choice, and Barbara Broccoli is actually a real person though.
I would really like his take because he's really good at that suspense. I liked how he does the suspense, and it would really make James Bond closer to a spy thriller, which is what I think they were trying to do with the Daniel Craig era, and B, I think would do good nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Barbara there has produced since License to Kill.
I might eat this right now. Holy shit.
Oh, the Living Daylights, License to Kill, GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies. She's produced every single James Bond since. But I'm curious, who is your choice for the next 007?
Bill Hader.
I don't think.
Who's on the docket
Bill
of
Hader.
suspected new ones?
Or they're looking for somebody who's in their 30s and relatively unknown.
Yeah, but
So
people
Bill
like
Hader.
me would love Idris Elba, but he's too ghetto according to English critics.
Wrong.
But they like the one argument I get is they want someone younger so then they can carry. You know,
And I could see how British critics. That's how he started out there, and they're already a bunch of old school traditionalists. So I fully disagree, but I could see how they still stereotype him that way.
Yeah, and same with like this is a hot take from Pedro Pascal. Not that anyone cares, but he would love to see a female James Bond, and that's what people were worried about with the last one, because there was rumors. But meanwhile, it was just a female taking the 007 name.
Yeah. I think a female 007 is fine, but shouldn't it say true to what it is, or am I being a little bit of a dick?
But how long has 007 been going on where it's like they could literally do a horse for lack of a better choice? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 007 can be anybody.
Although I don't think Sarah Jessica Parker's looking for a role like that right now.
Get it, guys, get it.
See, I'm like personally with it.
Personally with these nuts, Bailey.
I see the female change, but after like another British franchise, after the backlash they got for making the Doctor a female.
You said that at the
Yeah, I know. My bad. Freudian slip. But so they were, because all the British people are still pissed that they made the Doctor a woman. So, which I think is dumb, and I didn't think she was a bad Doctor, but I doubt they want to touch that with a stick again.
Still the best in my opinion. Represent.
Matt Smith.
Doctor.
He's the one in.
No, I gotta go with Tennant.
Morbius.
I gotta go with Tennant. I gotta go with Tennant.
I think
everyone's
she goes into a locker right now.
No, you gotta squeeze us into a phone booth.
I'm not giving you what you want. I'm putting your head down that toilet.
Exterminate.
It should be Idris Elba, but if it's not gonna be, then a female would be nice.
Well,
since nobody asked my opinion.
Oh God, please,
But-
Raza, no.
But what?
But the thing is, like, no. So, like, I see Raza's point though about like it being what it is. Like, should it just stay that way? Sure, but also like, then how are we going to create growth or roles in the future or other opportunities for these movies to exist? Because technically, they could just make another type character movie and have it as female, but it's like it could be a good push for another film writer to say, oh, they did it with it was good, but it wasn't great, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean?
I guess, but
It'll
that's
open
what
a door.
that's what people said about the Doctor. Like, why not use the same universe, same storytelling, but just make it a
Okay,
different
but
character?
to be fair, Doctor Who, if you're talking about Doctor,
Yeah.
that is like a huge cult following, crazy, like all over the place, absolute mess of a thing to exist on the internet, and I can't see them accepting anything other than what they expect because
That's
there's
true.
too much fan fiction, and yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
That's a good
100%.
point.
Yeah,
That's a
I
Not that
agree
it's
with my
acceptable.
mom here. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
not that it's
I'm with it.
acceptable, but there's some groups you just don't touch because then you're asking for it. And that's
just
a
like-
group you just ignore. And Supernatural. Those cult followings, you just don't even touch them. Stay away.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Like,
go near Supernatural.
legitimately, stay away from it.
I would be like, here's something, and it's a bar of deodorant, a shower,
Yeah.
like all the stuff to make you clean. Because fuck them. I
Yeah.
really don't like Supernatural. Sorry.
That's okay.
I like Supernatural, but like if you've ever used the internet, oh boy.
The
Yeah.
top choices right now for 007, by the way, like fan cast, are Henry Cavill, which I've heard rumors he's actually talked to them, but again, they do want to go with someone younger. As long as it's not Tom Holland, I'll be okay.
I thought I heard Jason Statham, but he's also too old. I heard
Why isn't
somebody was
Chris
talking
Pratt
about
not
him.
being asked?
No, ew, stop it. No, ew, no, no,
Good
no.
man.
It's a me, 007.
It's hey, I'm Peter Quill.
Tom Hardy would be interesting, but he's older too.
I mean, he has better things.
Oh,
Maybe.
what about Aaron Taylor-Joy?
He's being talked to for
And
something
it's
else.
Johnson, not Joy. Please get Anna Taylor out of your head, Cody.
Try to-
No,
Anya.
His last name is not Joy, it's Johnson.
I think it's Johnson. Yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, not Aaron
Right.
Taylor Joy.
Yeah.
my bad. I did have her in mind.
Yeah, get it out.
Somebody saw the Mario in the movie.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
I'm
Like.
going to.
I think Nicholas Holt.
I don't know.
Why,
Aaron
Mom, he's in-
Taylor Johnson sounds really fun. I
He
think
does,
that was
but
good.
I think he's in talks to do something.
Make us 3, please. Make it
No,
happen.
like superhero related.
Not quick.
Wow. R.I.P. to
Quicksilver?
his career.
No, he already did Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's transitioned to adult, sexy man.
Oh, he did
good
Quicksilver. I
role,
forgot about that.
and now he's gonna go
And kick
backwards
ass.
into little shit boy. No,
He was. Have you seen Bullet Train? Why, Mom?
not yet. I want to, but I keep putting it off because I really want to watch it, and I.
Maybe
It is on,
maybe
on Amazon Prime.
hold off. Maybe I'll pick it. I've been wanting to watch it, so I might pick it for my next movie club because I've been really wanting to watch it. So.
Don't we have a rule if it came out in the last like 6 months?
Oh, we do. Oh,
Do we?
No. Okay, never mind.
that's
then.
okay
No,
if
no,
we
no.
do. I don't mind.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I don't care. I don't mind watching it again.
I think just as long as it's accessible to everyone.
I've been really wanting to watch it, Wine Mom. So would you want to do it for one of these, or is that too down
If
for
you do it, then that's a good way to force me to watch it because I've been too scared to watch it because I haven't seen him in a lot of stuff, and there's other movies that he's in that I want to see or just like other stuff that he's done, but I put it off because I don't want to. This is gonna sound super weird because I'm super weird about stuff. I don't want to like him too much, and then his career goes poopy. You know what I'm saying? So.
He's
Unless
curious
his wife-
about his
But I do want to
dog.
see it. I want to see it. So if you put it on, then that's a good way to force me to watch it.
Yeah.
I was debating about choosing that this week, but
Also, it's got Brad Pitt in it, and like,
He's surprisingly good in the movie. Even
love
though
Brad
he's had
Pitt.
2 box office bombs last year, or no, 1 bomb last year.
obviously Slay.
Babylon.
That joke. Babylon's
Babylon.
great.
What was that?
Oh.
What is that? I don't even know what's Babylon.
Oh man, It's-
I don't know how.
it's a
how-
3-hour hyperactive view of Hollywood from the 30s to
30s.
40s.
Mhm.
Oh, that's not
Margot
what I
Robbie,
expected.
Brad Pitt. It's all about like the underworld, and then even the underworld of Hollywood.
Tobey Maguire isn't it?
And he's
Ah.
fantastic. He plays a great creep, drug lord.
I fell
Okay.
like
Um,
it was long as hell for me.
It-
That's the other issue.
a lot of people didn't like it. It's Damien, the guy who did La La Land and Whiplash.
Yeah.
I love his work. It's a
Mhm.
little much for some people.
Mhm.
I suggest it, but it also is a 3-hour movie that ends with clips from all sorts of film, including Avatar, to be like, this is the outcome.
Yeah.
We love film, but there's also hurdles that we have to get over, and like,
Like,
is CGI
Money.
killing film?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
It's
that
a
might
nice-
have been his response to the Oscars fucking him on La La Land.
And then look what happened.
I'm just glad he's true to himself.
yeah.
Bailey, you're lagging a little bit, by the way.
I know. There's my computer's just chugging along. I don't know why it's doing something right now. It shouldn't be.
Oh, you
I-
starting to catch up.
Yeah, it should be. It's exporting when it shouldn't be. So sorry. My bad.
Have you guys heard about the show? Panda mentioned it, but have you guys heard about a show called Beef?
Yeah, with Lip, the guy Lip. Oh no, wait, no, this is the one with
Yeah.
the guy from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
Yes, I've seen-
Steven.
Yeah.
Steven Yeun or Yoon?
Chew.
Yeah, I
think.
wanna-
It's Chew.
Oh no, it starts with it's a Yun or a Young or
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly good.
I-
Surprisingly very good.
yeah, I do think I kind of want to see that because he does have very. What I've seen, his character is very much like a, why am I still here?
He's a
Take care.
hustler.
If I'm wrong.
He's always he scams the church and stuff. So it's got an all
that's
Asian
lit.
cast.
Spoiler.
Well, no, it's like in the trailers. I don't.
What's a movie you really want to see, Raza?
Nothing.
Cody,
Second.
come on, relax.
I always see
Mario
stuff
dies. Mario
that's in the
dies.
trailer. Dude, I saw Mario at the drive-in, and the weird part is how they did a whole
Fire.
blackface thing. It was super
What?
weird.
That's not
Yeah, it
fire.
was It was really weird. It was just like off-putting.
Was it smoke?
No, it was a commentary of our society. I think.
Was
It
it
was really-
Toad?
No, Mario did blackface.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was really weird. It was super weird.
That is weird.
But yeah, watch Beef. Watch Beef. It's a good move, good show. I'm only like I think 4 or 5 episodes in and shit. And then I've also been watching Succession. The last episode broke me. I
Yeah,
was
everyone
crying.
keeps posting about it. Like,
During that episode, it's apparently that and the one Breaking Bad episode had a perfect 10 out of 10 on IMDb.
Oh shit.
DB. So it's
Okay.
called Connor's Wedding, and people are like, "Oh, this is like I'm reminiscent of that red wedding from Game of Thrones," but there is. Yeah, I'm gonna stop there. But yeah, you guys need to at some point watch the show. What else have I seen? I saw the Disney Nick Cage move.
oh, Renfield.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw that? Was it worth it? I've been wondering if that was good or not.
I didn't even know what the fuck I was getting. My friend said, "Hey, I'm watching on Renfield. Do you want to tag along?" It's like, what's about? It's about Dracula and his assistant. I was like, that sounds interesting. So I tagged along. It's campy. It's gory. Very over the top, and just expect Nick Cage to be just his over the insane.
Perfect.
Over the insane.
That's what I thought. I was wondering if it was good over the top Nick Cage or too much.
I don't know if
over
it's
the top.
good. Oh yeah. I don't. It's got Aquafina in it, which is a weird casting to me at least, but everyone else is fine. Ben Schwartz is in it. It says true to the lore of Renfield too, so I like that, and it sets it in a modern time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fun. Hey Bailey, how do you feel that? So, the Mandalorian,
Yeah.
is it? It's slow, right? It's chugging
Oh, and then I
along.
just watched. Did you watch the latest episode?
No, I just forgot about it completely.
Then it just
But the last
started. They were slow burning because it just started fucking going off, and I won't spoil
okay, because
anything. But
they have one more episode left, so
they
people
gave it all
are-
to you. They're like, okay, we've been dangling the
Wow.
carrot.
Yeah, it sucks because this season 3 has the lowest viewership.
Third season usually happens for any
Yeah,
show.
but it's just like people are saying like people are still not over the whole Andor thing, which is to me I'm surprised by that too. I was like, okay, Andor is still to me it's surprising.
Oh, what you're saying,
I
like
was-
because you thought other people didn't like Andor, or thought Andor was received well? Unless I could be
Well-
wrong. I didn't read the reviews for Andor.
Andor is critically acclaimed. Apparently, it's like
Okay, that's
people
what-
love it, even outside of the Star Wars world. But this show is sort of like was kind of feeding off of the same energy from Andor, and it sort of like tapered off because it's slower than Andor. But if things happen in like the last 2 episodes, then
Yeah, like
They
usually
do, and I feel like it's like I'll try to make sure I'm not too Star Wars niche-y, but I feel like in general it's not a good outward like Disney Marvel show, but I think they righted their wrongs from the Boba Fett show with this season of The Mandalorian. You know, it was a bit slow to start off, but they were doing actual character building and world building and set a lot of stones rather than just like Boba Fett's in fucking Tatooine. You know, here, watch the show because it's here. I felt like at least I'm watching The Mandalorian, and okay, the story and the world and everything, like the entire lore is being progressed, even if it's a little slow right now.
I guess I guess at a snail's pace, I felt that.
I'll take that
development
critique though. I'm not going to argue that. I would agree.
I didn't feel much character development from the show episodes I've seen. It just seems to be everybody is consistently the same. The only one is getting some character development is what's her face.
Okay.
I've completely zoned out because I don't even know what we're talking about.
Let's talk about something about wine monsters.
Yeah, because otherwise I can go too deep. I'm going to start going Star Wars lore deep. So that's
That Ahsoka trailer, though, you guys enjoy that? No. I'm happy Jedi and Sith are back. Okay.
Yeah.
In, like their own story. Anyway. We'll
Wow,
drop it.
spoilers, Cody.
it's in the
Oh,
yeah,
it's like
trailer,
the
yeah.
basis of Star Wars is happening.
Wow, spoilers.
The only Star Wars thing
Don't ruin
I'm
the
scared for
movie.
is Jedi Survivor, and that's basically it. Everything else can.
Aww.
I'm not
Are you
gonna.
okay?
Yeah, I'm
No,
fine.
not okay.
No, Avocado's doing like the cutest stuff right now. She's been a brat lately. But she's
what
being
else?
cute right now. Are you so cute?
Does anyone
heard
even
you?
watching this?
She's
Right?
rude.
Two people are.
Okay.
Wow, Cody, way to talk shit.
Sorry,
about our own
Rosa's
place.
going, and you're going.
You've been so bad.
You
I'm
put a
gonna
sock.
spoil you.
You put a sock over your camera. Shut up.
Actually, it's a hat. It's a beanie.
Doesn't matter.
It's a
You covered
toque.
your camera like you're not cooler than us.
That's a weird.
Yeah.
look.
Okay.
I just-
Who you just did that? Now who's stupidity?
I don't know. Bailey's still wearing it.
Oh
too,
wow,
so
how the turntables have turned.
Why aren't you going after him?
Because his is
Guys-
under his headphones, not like an idiot.
Are idiot.
Idiot.
No.
Yeah.
No.
An idiot thing.
Oh my gosh.
Are you guys hyped for the new
Indiana Jones.
Lilo and Stitch?
No, we're not talking about that.
Okay.
0% interested.
I
A
hope
guy
they
named-
do it
Another
okay.
time. Wait till you're doing your video game
Machado.
stuff.
Yeah,
Why
they-
you don't
they-
want to?
No, because
Why?
I love
But
that.
can I get the
love
why?
that movie.
Okay.
I'm trying to explain it to you. I love that movie. It's one of
Don't
my
put it in the
favorites from my
universe.
childhood.
This
I
multi-billion
don't
dollar
want
movie
it.
is not going
Okay,
to happen.
I'm not gonna
if we don't
talk
talk
then.
about
Forget it. Who cares about my opinion that was asked for?
I was listening to you. You loved
Yeah,
it.
same here.
You thought it was awesome.
I said it was one of my favorite childhood movies, and I don't want it to be made into a live movie because I don't want them to ruin the characters trying to make them look weird with their CGI. How are you going to do Stitch? You can't do real life Stitch. And here's the thing, if you're going to do a live action of a character like Stitch, you can't CGI that. That has to be a puppet. I'm sorry, but like it has to be. Otherwise it's just going to look weird.
Yeah,
Like
that's
why have we
fair.
not learned from things like Ellen? Like they did those little characters were so good because they were puppets.
The
Like
Mandalorian.
I don't understand, but right, but I don't understand. But seriously though, like that's fine. You can bring that up because legitimately, the character looks good.
Mm-hmm.
When it's a
Mhm.
puppet, it looks good. It's like, okay, to be fair, Cody, we were just talking about with the dinosaur movie. What's the dinosaur
65?
movie that what?
65?
65 that just came out. My number one complaint about the movie, I loved it. If you guys haven't seen it, you should watch it with Adam Driver. My number one complaint about the movie was the CGI. Because I feel like Jurassic Park did dinosaurs so well that like you can't beat that. Because when you build a character prop like that and you do a puppet, it's just so much more realistic. You can still add CGI, but like there's just certain aspects of like a puppet character that just feels so real. You know what I'm saying? And anyways, I just don't want them to mess with Stitch. Just leave it alone, okay? Like no. Even like what
Yeah.
they're doing with the Little Mermaid with what's his face, the crab guy. Why you got to do him dirty like that? You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Is Will Smith the crab guy?
No, he was the genie in
It
Aladdin.
was the
I
genie.
don't know. I don't know who's voicing the crab. All I know is why you look like. Okay?
Because he's a crab.
No.
Oh.
In her favor, the stuff I've seen about the fish is not pleasing.
Yeah, it looks like it's out of a horror movie.
Like I
At least-
literally don't even care for the movie. And Little Mermaid was one of the movies ever
So-
since I was a little kid. I've wanted to see it be made live, and I'm just like I haven't even watched any trailers or anything for it. I'm like I can't even be.
I don't. Yeah, I have no interest in Little Mermaid. Movie, so
I don't want to
I'm-
see. I don't want to see bad CGI of animals and character. Like I don't want it.
And you love
Puppets or
Avatar.
nothing. No,
Puppies
mean-
or nothing.
it's a little bit more complex than that. We've talked about this, but again, all the nightmares that they had on the set of Jurassic Park with the T-Rex absorbing all the rainwater and then becoming like 3 times the weight that it was supposed
which
to
is
be.
fine.
Well, to me,
It still made the
One-
movie. It's still so much better to have a puppet.
Even
and, like-
Spielberg doesn't learn.
But guess what? Cody? It's 2023, and we've learned from mistakes. We've learned from that, so we could change
Period.
up how we make our puppets.
we also know Disney's cashing in for the fact of nostalgia and like people are going to see this. There's enough kids and adults.
Anyways, it's stupid. Leave it
The-
alone.
The only
Brr.
live action remake I've supported was Jungle Book.
which
So,
one?
That yeah.
The live action remake, which was like kind of the first. I mean, they did do 101 Dalmatians back in the 90s, but I don't know if
101 Dalmatians is a good.
but it was
is
also
a good one
done
to
in the
live action.
90s, so it's nostalgic
but-
to you.
No, but listen, no, but
guarantee there
I'm
was
saying
people-
if you're going to no, listen, but if you're going to do, I'm not even talking about the acting or the quality of acting or anything like that. I'm talking strictly about if you're going to recreate a movie based off of a cartoon movie. 101 Dalmatians is the best one because it's the characters are like, it's not a
Real.
mystical creature.
Yeah.
Like those are dogs. So you just do puppies. Perfect.
And
Those are dogs.
Glenn Close has
Got the dog
Cruella-
on them.
No, but you guys get my
Cruella
points.
was-
Come on.
yeah.
No, you're right. You're right.
I agree. I agree with you.
But it's like,
Okay.
how are you gonna make fish believable? If you know,
Well,
Well,
they did it for
Sonic.
Aquaman.
well, they messed up Sonic, and then they had to fix his mouth.
They got to fix a lot of stuff about Sonic.
Had to fix a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. But Sonic was
Anyways,
actually
my
good.
point is, but listen, Stitch. Okay, legitimately, I still have a stuffed Stitch animal that I like back. So Disney no longer makes. Well, I don't know. Maybe sometimes they do, but if you go to the Disney store or you look at Disney stuffed characters now, they don't make them with like the real hair. I have one from the 90s that has the real hair still.
What
And
do you
like
mean by
that's
real
my like
hair?
so like it has like obviously it's not real human hair. It's fake hair, but it's hair textured instead of like a fabric cutout, like a solid like felt cutout of hair. It's like actual like touchable or combable hair is what I'm saying. It's like now they don't make them that good. But anyways, I'm that obsessed. Like when we were kids, my stepdad went and bought movie prints, like official Disney movie prints from the movie for me and my little sister. Like that's how much we love that movie. We watched it so many times as kids. It makes me sad. I don't want to see it get done dirty. You know?
Yeah,
You know
I
what
agree.
Disney movie they really need to live action
Aren't
remake?
they? Aren't
Yeah.
they?
Moana,
Yeah.
they're already doing that.
I know.
Yeah, they are.
Um,
Yeah. It's not even
but
nostalgia at the point. It's
No,
just-
no, but to be serious though, Treasure Island.
yes.
And
That-
what's the other one, Cody? Where they is that the one that I'm
Atlantis.
thinking of? Atlantis. Those two
you guys
movies?
tripped me for liking that movie. I fucking
No,
love
no, no.
Atlantis.
I never have. I never ever have.
Somebody
I
made
never
fun of me
have.
on here
Nope,
for making
not
it
me.
like
Not
Atlantis.
me.
I think it was Bailey.
Not me. No,
Probably
but those
me.
two movies. No, but those two movies would be good ones to turn into live action
Yeah,
because
I
their
agree.
characters are not so far away from that they could do prosthetics. Like,
So
and people on TikTok have been saying like these people would be a good cast. How about instead of ruining this movie, why don't we make this movie come back? Because like Treasure Island and Atlantis, those were not huge Disney movies. They didn't get
They
the hype
failed.
like
yeah.
right. And those were some of my favorite Disney movies.
But
They were so
I-
good.
I also think Titan AE should be
Yeah,
brought
man.
live action. That's one of my.
I just
few-
feel like they're missing the mark. You know, like you
Yeah,
can
because
make an
those movies made
unpopular
money.
movie, but listen, you could make Treasure Island and Atlantis. You could make those movies popular
Yeah.
movies by redoing them live action now.
I agree, but you have to understand. There's like, how do you merchandise that stuff? How do
Yeah.
you how do you get the kids in on that? Right? How do you
Because
make
there's going to
Mickey-
be parents. First of all, there's going to be parents like us that will want to see those movies live action, and you just market it as a kids movie, and it doesn't matter. Kids movies are always going to do somewhat well because parents are always going to drop their dumb kids off to watch the movie.
First off, I think Disney should start targeting an older audience. Again, Tron Legacy might not be like a super adult, centric movie. Still one of my favorite things Disney's ever done. Okay? But also, you got to understand with Atlantis and what's the other one?
Titan AE,
No.
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island.
Yeah.
Both those movies were sabotaged by the people at Disney because they didn't want to see them succeed because they were passion projects from the writers, the actual writers that were being thrown these old fairy tales, right? And again, like Treasure Planet is Treasure Island, but in space, but still, it's like they were like, we want to see this, and we think other people will. So the advertising wasn't huge. So I do think they could be successful if they were made live action.
I would agree. I don't know. I think so, but I see the franchising issues with Raza very heavily of like, yeah, you're not really going to be able to sell plushes from Treasure Planet, and that's why Treasure Planet failed in the first place, was because of that, because it didn't have the same franchising qualities as all the other animated Disney movies. Plus,
I don't think that's
the reason that it looked so pretty is because it was hand animated. A lot of Treasure Planet was still hand animated.
Yeah.
And that was its big critique. It was like Disney trying to apply hand animation and CGI, and then that flopped, and then that's why you see after Treasure Planet no more hand-drawn films. They're like, it's not worth the money and the time.
All I'm saying is that Disney's the production company that can afford a little loss.
Ideally, yes, you are correct.
I mean, yeah, they still made bank on last Star Wars movie, so I'm not even gonna talk.
They're great. What are you talking about?
What do you mean? They're all for us.
I love
I just
Ray.
feel like both of those movies, though, are such easy to make live action movies.
They are, yeah.
Like they're
I
literally
agree with you,
so
yeah.
easy to do.
Yeah.
They're so easy to do.
One's in space and one's underwater. Just saying.
It's not fully underwater though, Cody. Come on, you know that. It's
Is it?
mostly on land.
No, it's like
Underworld. It's like Underworld.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's a lot of sets. I maybe Treasure Planet because we're more used to space stuff, but it will look CGI heavy if you try to do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Like
To be
this.
fair, didn't Avatar 2 just all water? Wasn't it what's Avatar 2 called again? Is it called Way of the Water?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
So it's all about the way of the water. So I believe if Disney can they can afford to do
Hey.
these things. So like
Listen.
That also has a madman behind it who's like, money. I have money. Gonna spend money. Make money.
So
Water.
I'm looking at clips from the movie. Just because I wanted to see how much underwater. There's a lot of water, but they're not underwater swimming.
They're underground.
Floating in water. Right, they're
And then
underground.
you have to make the
So it's doable.
caves.
Shush. Also, it would appeal to Bailey because the whole movie is blue. And you
No, you're
like
missing it.
blue
Atlantis is my
hue.
favorite movie. Atlantis is
No.
my favorite Disney
Well, then
movie.
you should be
so-
gunning
I know
for
why.
this, stupid.
Princess.
Oh my god, can you guys grow up and put your away for 5 seconds? And like just look at the movie for the movie and not for the fictional curvy character?
No, it's my favorite
Jesus.
because of the. It's actually like I like the diversity of it, but childhood wise, it was my favorite just because of like the historian. I was a history geek, so I loved that shit. I really liked the adventure aspect of it, and before I even was a film geek, and I was like, I didn't understand like the story as a kid. I did like it because it was different from the Disney ones, and I realized as I was older why that was.
normal kids
It's just
grew
like-
up watching Toy Story. Bailey was the weird one watching it.
But like legitimately though, but seriously, this movie I think in our it could be so successful.
No,
I really
yeah,
do.
I do. Okay, because Disney has Disney money, right? And if they get a director like James Cameron or James Cameron, he could even do it. I don't see
Water in it.
But that's got
Come on,
water in it. Hey, James, H2O. And he's like, yeah, I'm a boner now. Let's fucking do this shit.
The thing is, like that movie made live action would be for me. It would be like ultimate aesthetics feeling. Like it would
Right.
tingle my brain from all the aesthetics and like the like foresty type stuff underground and like the old destroyed buildings and like I'm just like the thought of it, my brain is just like tingling at how pretty it would be. And it
I
just
agree.
sucks that they're just
Well,
so
yeah,
stupid.
I do think they can totally make an Atlantis movie in real life,
Oh yeah.
but there's like other things that they have to consider when they make it. But like it would be awesome. The set pieces could work because look at every Marvel movie Endgame prior, right? That they have these elaborate set pieces. So why not, you use it on this?
2 predictions if they did make that movie. Let's say we're getting an Atlantis movie. First off, you have to have character actors for almost every single one of those characters, except for maybe the princess. But even then, you do need someone who's going to be a presence, right? So the casting, people would flip the fuck out, and I mean in a negative light. No matter who you cast,
Well,
I think.
so I've seen a lot of people. So I think this kind of cringy because it's been a lot of people are like Zendaya and Tom Holland,
Yeah, no.
and they're like, oh, they're in a couple. They're a
Z-
couple right now, so they would be perfect. I think she would be good.
Yeah,
I think
but not
she
as the
would possibly
princess. As one of the explorers, maybe.
No, as the princess. Look at
Yeah,
go look
she'd
up
be
the
the
movie Cody,
badass.
try
If she
again.
was the
No.
badass, like the female on their crew, that would be
Yeah, the
fun.
No,
blonde, right?
no,
But you're
no,
right. You're
no.
right.
How
No,
do you
I
put
see
that?
what.
Spanish
No, but why
girl.
not?
She's a little
Yeah, yeah.
Spanish girl. She's a little Spanish girl. So no.
But that was
No.
that the it
Yeah.
was a Espanol human. It wasn't the bomb girl. She was the munitions expert or something. She was always trying to
No.
offer
They
bullets.
people wanted to be the girl from Fast and Furious. The
Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah, they wanted to be her. That's what
Ooh.
I've seen. I agree, but that's what I've seen being peddled recently.
If Tom and Zendaya weren't a couple, it wouldn't be so cringe. That's why I'm
Andrew
like,
Garfield's even better, and he's like 40 now.
Who?
oh, Andrew Garfield would be a good fit for that main character, though.
But
You know
Like,
who
Aaron
would be?
Shit.
I was thinking that too, Raza, but no. Do you know who would have been a great person for that role?
Right?
Brendan Fraser. When he was
Oh
younger.
yeah, okay. Oh
When
yes,
he was
yes.
younger.
Yes.
He would have been perfect for that role. Except
got
he
that.
did Tarzan. So.
No, technically we got that movie. We got that movie. Journey to
Journey-
the Center. Yeah.
Journey to
But
the Center
him
of the
as
Earth, yeah.
this character specifically, with his cute little short haircut and glasses, like he would have been so sexy and perfect for that role.
Anyways, the second thing about this topic is, chances are it would be a straight to Disney Plus because they want to have faith.
I don't
in it,
even care.
Which means
I don't
a
even
smaller
care.
budget, which means
No,
Bad
a lot of the stuff
CGI.
that's set to Disney are like pretty high, but like look at your Star Wars stuff.
but that's different. Star Wars is like top priority at Disney.
Like low key, they could probably put The Rock in it too.
Oh please, no,
Oh, yeah.
Cuba Gooding Jr. for that role.
No.
He has legal cases too.
No.
Or
No.
Luke Cage, that actor.
I don't know who that is.
I love that guy. He doesn't get enough shine. He's a
Of
good
course
actor.
you like him,
Yeah.
Bailey. Of course, that's
Luke
such
Cage?
What?
Yeah,
Of
type
course
Luke
you like
Cage,
Luke.
and he is perfect.
He's also
He's a good actor. That's why I like him.
Mike Coulter.
Yes. I
Right.
agree. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet Christmas.
You
He was
know,
also
but no. You
in
know
the
why?
Halo
Because I
show, eh?
just saw a really good like
Oh, yeah, I didn't
side
know that.
profile. I saw a
Oh,
good
really
side
fast.
profile with the goatee. It's a yes,
Why
and he's
Mom
like the
likes to
right
talk to
age
daddies.
bracket.
Right?
I do, but that's
I'm
not what I
telling
was
you,
saying.
we should
okay?
cast movies.
That's our new Marching into Madness. Fucking what is it called? It's not screening. It's
Casting couch.
Casting. Yeah,
But
or
seriously,
casting.
seriously though,
All
if I
right.
could,
All right.
listen, seriously, as much as I love Lilo and Stitch, I would totally be cool if they were like, "Okay, we're gonna scrap that and do this instead."
I'm gonna do TikTok now. I'm gonna
Okay.
cast this fucking movie better than anyone else.
So
I
this is
sent
what
you.
you're
I
talking
sent
about.
you the thing for that,
I,
Cody.
I don't want the Flash TV actor to play the lead, okay?
No, that's
No,
not
he's
who
not
it was.
good.
I sent you a different one.
Ezra
I don't
Miller?
even know who that is.
That's one of the ones I saw.
No, I didn't send that to you because I wouldn't. I don't. respect that
Gareth
person.
Edwards. I like him.
I don't remember. I sent it to him a long time ago.
He's the lead actor in Tron Legacy. I think he would.
Yeah, he's a little too old now.
Shut the fuck up.
It
Pat
just
Mahomes.
really sucks. They should have given that. They should have done it a long time ago. To Brendan.
Yeah, see, Andrew Garfield is literally the third person in that someone suggested. And again,
For what? Treasure
for the
Island?
lead. No, the lead in Atlantis.
Atlantis.
Oh, the guy that plays Robin or Nightwing on Titans isn't a terrible choice either.
I don't know. I hate him.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
who would be good to play the bomb girl. Because I have an idea. Let me look, Cody, while you do it.
Michael Douglas as the Preston Whitmore guy. Jack Black.
Oh my god. Step back, Rosa.
I'm reading a
Okay.
fan casting. Jenna Ortega as Audrey Ramirez. I don't know.
Apparently, Ant-Man's online now. By the way,
I've seen it. It's not
Jenna.
that good.
See, I saw someone say Jenna Ortega in that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Jenna's a little overrated.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't
Wow,
want that.
that's a big statement from Panda.
Listen, I like Wednesday.
It is a big statement from Panda,
But-
I know.
Yeah.
There's like a I don't want to call it toxic, but there's some sort of weird obsession from the movie X where like people are like, "Oh, this actress, is like a god." Cuz it's
Cody.
Jenna Ortega and Mia Goth.
Right.
Cody.
Both great actresses, but I have issues. Anyways, yes.
Selena Gomez.
She's
I think
older
she would
now,
be
I don't-
fun. She's not that old.
You wanna
Excuse
put her
me.
through
She's younger
some
than me,
stress?
Raza. I think
know,
she would
but
be
she
good for
could-
that
she could-
role because she's already a Disney girl. I think she would be good for that.
Yeah, but I think her, she's now on a different caliber of acting. She's starring alongside with Steve Martin and all of these heavy hitters. I don't think she.
Yeah, so
she would
she's good.
have
What are you
time.
saying? It doesn't
Ah,
matter
she's
whether she wants
great.
to accept the role or not. I'm saying she would be good for the role.
I don't know.
I feel like she's also built like the character too, which is nice. To me, she looks similar to the character. I think she'd be a good fit.
Is the bomb girl Spanish? I can't
Hispanic,
remember.
I think so, yeah. I
Hispanic
think so, yeah.
of some sort. Yeah.
I like the girl from Baby Driver, but maybe she's too old too. I mean, she's not too old.
We're talking about to play
Ella-
the main love interest, like the
Yeah, so I have
Oh,
one
the
here.
princess.
Okay, I'm
Ballas-
just clarifying.
Ella Balinska. She was in the Charlie's Angels reboot.
I don't hate that actress.
Oh, the guy from
haven't-
the Notebook was the commander. I didn't know that.
And then
looking at the original cast.
Yvonne Struck. I can't
The
say her
old
last
guy.
name, but
The
Billy.
old guy, Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Yvonne, she's in Handmaid's Tale, and guess who? She's in that. She plays the lead, like the lead bad actress in that one, like the one of the villains. But
Okay.
but
Yeah.
you may know her from
Michael J.
what's her
Fox
name?
was the main guy.
Mass Effect.
Oh shit!
Her.
Then I vote
Yeah.
that one. Then I vote that one.
Yeah. As Lieutenant Helga Sinclair. That's who I'm picking. And then Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Commander Lyle Rourke.
Oh, that's the bad guy. I fuck with that. I fuck with the Jeffrey Dean Morgan as the.
And then this one has Jenna Ortega as Audrey Ramirez again. Mike Coulter as Dr. Joshua Sweet, which you guys mentioned. Lily. Oh, I don't think you guys know these. John Connie. He's Black Panther. He plays his dad in Black Panther, the one who gets assassinated in Civil War.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then Tom Holland. Tom
the
Holland.
old woman. Even though I don't think she deserved the Oscar, but Jamie Lee Curtis, I could see in that role. The smoking, like,
One mom.
Sorry, I zoned out for a second.
For Milo Thatch, here's an interesting one. Cole Sprouse.
No.
All right. Never mind.
No.
Honorable mention is Grant Gustin, who's
No,
Flash.
his brother actually. What's his brother's name?
Dylan.
Dylan.
Dylan. And then for Princess Kita, I think I like this choice.
Dylan, yes.
Kiki,
Dylan, yes.
Kiki Palmer. I like her.
I
a
do
lot.
like
Ooh,
Kiki.
Palmer would
Yeah.
be cute,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
That's about it.
And then for
like
Commander
her.
Rourke, Woody Harrelson. And they're using his reference from the Dawn of the Planet or Wars of the Planet of the Apes to justify their point.
I think Woody needs to go lower budget movies for a while. Carnage kind of killed the vibe for me.
Okay.
I don't feel him as menacing. That's my thing with Woody. I don't
He's
see
just
him
like
as a menacing guy, you know?
I'm trying to think. There is a
He's
movie where
very good in True Detective, and then honorable mentioned are Stephen Lang and Viggo Mortensen for that role. Viggo Mortensen, I think, could do it. And then Lieutenant Helga Sinclair. We have Diane Kruger. Where is she? I've seen her in so many things. No, okay.
Sorry,
oh Diane
Raza,
Raza,
Kruger.
it sounded like you didn't finish saying where.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you tripped us out.
No, because I thought you guys could fill in the blank of who.
National Treasure. Inglourious
Love her,
Basterds.
so beautiful.
Because
Love her.
that's who you're thinking of.
She's
or
married to Norman Reedus,
Is she?
where they have a kid together.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then Alicia.
What do you mean
or
that's
Alice,
lame?
damn, she picked that up. Fuck.
How dare you talk
Norman
about
Reedus?
Norman Reedus like that?
I mean, I played
He's
Death
the
Stranding and I
sweetest
said,
man.
fuck this.
He is a sweet man. Don't you dare.
And then for
What are you
Vinny.
talking about? Norman Reedus is trash. Who would ever pay to have a paid signed signature?
photo. That's such a cheesy photo to have signed by him, too. My
Yeah.
God. I wouldn't make fun of you otherwise, but Jesus Christ. You like the crossbows, eh? You like them loaded up.
I think it was
know?
better than any of the other photos, and it was like the second season when it came out. So
For Vinny Sanatroni, Bobby
Blake.
Cannavale. So you probably know him as the dad in Ant-Man.
Oh
The-
yeah, the
the new dad?
Jersey guy.
Yeah. And then
He's a good choice.
he's an interesting choice. And then Helen Mirren as
Oh, she's a babe for an older actress.
what, Panda?
What? Have you not seen Red?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. I have.
Okay.
And then Mark Hamill as the-
No, Mark
the
Hamill
mole.
doesn't need more roles. Oh, as the mole? Yes.
Yeah.
As the mole? Okay.
You're like pudgy guy, sure. Danny
As-
DeVito, always.
Oh, yes, Danny DeVito as the mole, 100%.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he's
yeah.
not so mobile anymore. He literally fell during the press tour for Dumbo, and it was like a whole ordeal.
Oh,
Oh.
you see, I just got caught up on Always Sunny, and you definitely see in the
Yeah,
later seasons
yeah.
they have him less doing
Anyway,
less physical
I think-
comedy.
Danny DeVito and who else? Danny DeVito should be Luigi, and then
Pedro
I love
Pascal as
no, he's coming. He's become like I have this issue with actors now when they come in too much shit. I get tired of
Thank
them.
you. I feel the same way. I feel
Yeah,
the
and
same
Pedro
way.
Pascal is reaching that point now.
Oh, he's
That's,
already there for me.
sad.
I'm
Yeah, well-
oversaturated
Sad.
with Pedro.
Just sad because
Because I watched Narcos. I loved Narcos. I've been watching
Narcos is
Pedro
good.
since back then, and I'm like, okay, I've watched a
Yeah.
lot of shows with Pedro in it that I like now.
wait. Tom
Yeah.
Cruise has another movie coming out. Oh my god! Tom
it's
Cruise,
weird because
Tom Cruise, two
Tom
more
Cruise-
Mission Impossible movies. Jesus, come on.
Good call out.
two
Okay,
more,
but
like,
let's
it's
be
weird
fair. If
because
it's an actor you like, it's allowed.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
But if it's
okay. So
an
if you're
actor that's being
biased,
oversaturated with,
no,
okay,
it's just
but
like
that's
everyone
classic.
else is
I can't
obsessed.
get enough of
I
it.
can't be.
okay. Tom Cruise, it's like because like he came in two. This was the for like
Morgan
I think
Freeman.
last year was the first year he came in. There was two movies he did in a while. He doesn't come. He doesn't do movies as because they're big budget movies and they take longer to come out. At least in like the last like two decades and shit. Because like he's only come in like Mission Impossible, Edge of Tomorrow.
Nicole
Oh, God.
Kidman. Oh, you talked about movies.
Oh, you're so funny. You're so funny. You're so funny. That's how I feel for Adam Driver. Like, no offense, Driver. Now I feel about that now. Ryan Reynolds, obviously, and it's getting like that for Chris Evans now. It's getting kind of like
Why? Because he's doing a rom-com.
he's coming in so much shit now that I'm like, dude, just give me a minute to breathe. All right,
Yeah.
just fuck off.
Well,
Stop progressing
it ruins,
in your prime, please.
God. I feel like it
No,
ruins. I feel like it ruins movies in a way when an actor is in like 30 of the most popular movies in the 5 years. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
it's just too many. Like, it's not enough time away from their other roles to appreciate them in a new role, which is why I hate superhero stuff, because actors get pigeonholed in these roles and then you can't enjoy them in other stuff. You know it's true, Raza.
Yeah, I know.
It's the
that?
same thing.
Who's that actor that did a comic book movie and he gave a woman brain damage in 1996 and hasn't done a role in a long time? Oh, Jack Nicholson, right.
Okay, anyways,
I don't understand what your point is there.
anyways.
That's literally not even funny at all.
Big
I don't know.
dabs.
Don't like, and then you
Okay.
dabbed on it and made yourself look like an idiot.
I think that's
Jack
guys,
Nicholson is literally 85. What
home.
movies would he be doing right now?
but he did a superhero movie in the 90s before everyone else was doing it, and he's
Yeah, but then he also went on to
Nicholson?
do a bunch of other He also did a bunch of other iconic.
But he didn't
roles.
pigeonhole himself by doing it, is what Panda's.
But he
trying to say.
already had iconic roles before that. Because The Shining was before that. Because he was a young guy in The Shining.
So did Chris
that,
Evans.
And that was an iconic movie.
So did
Chris Evans actually came in an interview, said his career he was about to quit movies, and Captain America saved his.
Damn
his
it,
career.
Raza. Damn it. All right, touche, both of y'all.
But
Anyways, there's certain things that have to be left alone, and Jack Nicholson is one of them that has to be left alone.
yeah, no, I agree.
And
I agree.
Cody's going outside to puff right now in the midst of podcast.
That's his
He's in
jacking
trouble.
off robe.
No, it's not.
He has the jacking
it's
off
not.
robe.
Yeah, he
I don't know, but
definitely
that's not
has
what
one
that
of
is.
those robes. He definitely
Okay.
has one of those robes.
Oh. See, the actor that I think is smart about this is Robert. Like, in my opinion, is Robert Pattinson. He's like, he doesn't come in much, and when he does, it's like kind of a big deal. Like the Batman. It came out last year, and guess when his next movie is?
2 years from now.
Tell us.
The next
2024.
Batman. Yeah, there we go.
No, well,
Damn.
no, he's coming in Mickey 17. That's like another. It's made by the guy who did Parasite, so I'm excited for that one. So like I do think that like big time actors are coming in way too much these days. Like the reason why I point out Adam Driver, because I saw him in that the what's the movie called again? It's that one with Lady Gaga.
Oh, the
It's like
singing one.
No, it's like it's a biopic. It is House of Gucci. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He was in House of Gucci, The Last Duel, and then I guess 65. But like I'm getting to the point where I'm just like, okay, can you just?
Ever
not?
since he did the Marriage Story movie or whatever, he's just been cast in everything.
I thought it was Star Wars.
I think because he did Star Wars and then he did the Marriage movie, and then everyone's like, "Oh, he's an artsy actor too." And then now he got cast in all the artsy shit and the blockbuster. He had both sides of the coin, which a lot of people didn't do successfully.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I don't think he did it either, because all of his big budget movies like Star Wars weren't received as well, but a lot of his artsy fartsy movies like House of Gucci and Marriage Story were.
Yeah, Panda's saying that Marriage Story was Oscar bait.
It was. I
Anyway.
assumed it
100%. I would put that in film school
Anyway.
cliche and film festival cliches.
Charlie
as well.
Day. Are you going to see Charlie Day directorial debut?
Yes.
guys?
What is it? What is it? I love me some Charlie Day. I would love
What are
to.
you even
It's
talking
Day
about?
Man. Baby.
No, there's no way he's making a movie called Dayman.
It's absolutely Day Man.
If he's making a movie called Dayman, I'm fucking seeing it.
Me too. It is.
Talking about
it's-
Always Sunny, Charlie Day, the Charlie from Always Sunny. That's who we're talking about.
Yeah.
My mom.
I mean, I'm well lost, so you guys do your thing.
Fool's Paradise.
Fool's Paradise, Charlie Day.
It's got a star-studded cast. It's Ray Liotta's last acting role.
Oh, that's his movie?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what a fucking credit to have.
Yeah. Ken Jeong, isn't it? Kate Beckinsale, Adrian Brody, Common. You would like that, Bailey, because he's a rapper. Jason.
We love Common. He's Canadian too, so don't dog him.
No, not that Common. The other Common.
What do you mean the other?
a different
There's
Common?
2 Commons?
The rapper
you're
is the actor.
Common, the one born from Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, because I thought he grew up with like
Kanye,
Kanye.
too.
Yeah, because he came up with
I
Kanye
didn't
when
think of somebody
Kanye was
else.
still a Chicago boy.
I think I know who you're talking about. Hold on, Mom.
Hold
Common
on.
white rapper.
No,
I hope
that's
this is
not who.
good.
That is a white rapper.
I like how I type in Common white rapper and the first picture that comes up is Mac Miller. It's funny.
No.
Canadian rapper. Because
That's
he's
something
like
else
the
to me.
he's like
I know who Common is. He's from Nova Scotia. That
Nova
guy. I know who you're
Scotia.
talking about.
classified. That's what I'm
Classified.
thinking
Yeah,
of.
that's who
That's
I
what
was
I'm
thinking of.
That's
That's
what
what I
I'm
was
thinking of.
thinking of.
Jesus Christ. How many connections did Charlie Day make over the years that he's got like John Malkovich, Ray Liotta, Jason Bateman? Jesus Christ, man.
I mean, when you have a successful, like when you have the longest running live action show in TV history.
I
There's
think it's
some right
also
there.
probably your favorite movie that got him all those connections.
Mario.
The fucking
Pacific
giant
Rim?
robots. Yeah, Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim.
That really,
Not my
that
favorite
was the
movie. Everybody's
blockbuster.
favorite movie.
Yeah.
Put some respect
Bailey
on Del
wailing,
Toro's name.
waving his arms around.
Yeah.
Cody's talking like when anybody can hear him, but he's like got his mic muted. That's funny.
I'll definitely watch the trailer. That's interesting.
Trailer.
Trailer. I gotta
Trailer.
pop out again if Panda's
That was
back.
that was super unprofessional. And if that's what you're going to do, Bailey, that's super.
That's not what I'm going to do.
unprofessional.
I have a bad bladder. I drank a lot of Wawa today.
Yeah, I've been peeing in my pants, so that's why I haven't gone to the washroom. I'm still
Need a
peeing
bucket?
in- No,
Marzo's like an
just
F1
fucking-
driver. He just pees in his seat.
So I stopped watching F1 because the NBA playoffs are happening right now, and I'm betting money on the Lakers right now. And I
This
think-
man spent ages mocking me for gambling on sports.
It's safer if you put your money on an institution.
Is it
Like
safer
Lakers.
on the rigged NBA?
Isn't FIFA? Oh, not FIFA.
I know
F1
that. There probably is too. It's Pod calling the ghetto black.
I'm brown.
That's not a good joke, Raza.
It's hilarious because Panda smirked. He gave it a little like disgruntled
Oh,
chuckle.
the guy who does the worst jokes and memes laughed at your joke.
Jeez,
Wow.
I just got ran over.
Wow.
I was laughing at something completely separate. See how I'm looking at this screen? Your goofy faces are over here.
You're looking at me.
Who told you to have 2 screens?
Jonathan Majors has been reportedly dropped by his management and PR agency for. that
Just
whole
now
thing.
though, after all that, like he
Yeah.
just got dropped.
Have y'all seen Creed 3 yet?
Yes.
No.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
no.
I don't care if you spoil it for me though.
I'm not gonna spoil it. 'cause
I thought he
Hello, avocado.
he was
Hi.
cleared all the charges.
Beautiful girl.
Hello. Well,
That's
so,
why I'm
yeah,
surprised.
He was charged, but then the charge got dropped because he
That's a nice stretch, Mama.
did something.
Oh, she just took off. She's going to the kitchen.
Yeah.
She thinks she deserves a treat.
Can I have a treat?
Yeah, you got to drive all the way here for it.
I got chocolate cheesecake, and the best part, Wine Mom, vegan.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair though, vegan cheesecake is really good.
Let me try it. I paid that extra $1.
It's good.
Yeah.
It depends. It's big gamble. Big gamble.
Here it comes off his Gatorade.
No, it's either really good.
Excited about something, Bailey's like, it's shit.
I know.
No,
feel
it's
you,
either
Wine
really
Mom.
good or really whack. The cheesecake dangerous gamble. I will probably be good. I support and hope it's delicious.
It live testing out of it then?
I got the movie, guys. I got the movie.
Debbie Doug
It didn't get
Dallas?
it didn't get good ratings, but I got the movie. And
Thank you,
I
Bailey.
forgot
Good
that it had
callback.
James Franco. I forgot it had James Franco and Zoe Kravitz in it. Also, Michael B. Jordan is in it.
Creed.
I can figure it out. Nope.
I'm just gonna Google this.
Wait, hold on. I wanna Michael B. Jordan and
Zoe Kravitz.
Is
James
it
Franco?
This is the end?
And it
No.
was 2018, so I was wrong. It was 2018.
is it a comedy?
Nope, it's a sci-fi movie.
Oh, I've seen this movie.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Kin.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was good. It was a good movie, and that was done. So, Raza, you've seen it.
I've seen it, yeah.
It looks Canadian made, if I'm being honest.
Okay, what's your point? Anyways, it's a good movie. And the one scene where they're in the cop house or whatever is the cop shop is done right down the street from me. Like literally, I can see it from here. I can see that.
Cool. Yay.
That's cool, Bailey. Why are you being a dick?
This is Bailey.
Oh, isn't Riz Ahmed English?
Anyways,
He's
it's
Anglais, yes. He's very
It's a really
Anglais.
good movie.
That's the way
so
Packy
whatever.
say in English, by the way. He's Anglais.
He would be an interesting 007. He'd have to bulk up.
Yeah, but he has the one blurring thing that Britishers don't like.
Is
Color.
the thing that they brought there?
Yeah. Color. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big no-no.
Oh god.
Riz Ahmed needs.
He's too spicy. That's what they'll say about him.
Yeah, he's too ethnic. Yeah, well, Wine Mom. I've seen this movie. It's like it's okay.
What's
It's
it
not-
called? What are we
Kin.
looking at? What's the movie?
Anyways,
Kin.
I'm not talking to you
Kin.
guys. I don't give a fuck
Why?
about you guys. I don't care about your opinions. I don't care about your thoughts. I don't care
So
about
I just
anything.
had this vegan cheesecake and it's pretty good.
I don't care.
Why do you not care about our opinions?
I don't care. I'm not talking to you guys about stuff.
Why?
Listen, if you want to be a part of the family, you gotta give the gabagool. All right.
I'm sorry, but you actually cannot shit on this movie. I don't care if it seems Canadian
seen
made.
it.
It's actually so then shut the fuck up, Cody. It's actually a good fucking movie. Like it's actually a good movie.
The effects of it.
And it's a
So-
sci-fi.
Yeah.
And it's a sci-fi movie, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So you,
I
you
got a
see,
movie for you.
I was gonna keep my
Wine
mouth
Mom.
shut. Go Raza. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
I got a movie for you on Wine Mom that you may like. It's a indie sci-fi. I saw it just recently, and let me just get the name for you real quick because I forgot what the name of it.
What were you gonna say, Bailey?
Nothing.
Best mom, dad.
Yeah.
No, I want to know what you were gonna say because I'm
No,
sure.
no. There's nothing important. Couldn't have been important.
No,
Nothing
say it.
important.
Say it. Say it. Say it. Say
What?
it. Say it.
What?
What did you have to say, Raza? I would like
No,
to hear what
you're
you
trying
had
to
to say.
like edge yourself off the clip. So
I'm get out of this conversation.
I have this movie that I think you would like, and I highly recommend it. It's called Prospect.
Oh, is Pedro in it?
Yeah, Pedro Pascal's in it. It's a nice indie sci-fi movie. It's about a father-daughter duo, but I'm not gonna give it. It isn't The Last of Us type beat. It's very much it's a cool little indie. It flew under the radar, but I would highly recommend it to you. I enjoy it, and I think you will really like it because if you like these like weird sort of like takes, but then they're set in a sci-fi world, this is it. This is a wine mom movie.
I'll think about it.
Oh, that's the Midsummer guy that you posted, Wine Mom.
Yeah, that's a still from the movie. That is a still from the place that they filmed in, that they redid in my.
Okay, calm down. He's the worst part of Midsummer. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Oh no! You know who is the worst part of Midsummer?
Oh, Sid from Toy Story? Sid from Toy Story?
No,
You know that this
exactly
is from
who
you.
the worst
Do
part
you realize? Do you realize that this is from the producer of Stranger Things? As you're sitting there like dogging it, just so you know.
I haven't seen the movie. I'm not judging it.
You literally were. You're like, it looks like it's.
It does.
I just got the joke, Panda. I just got the joke about you're saying it's Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah, okay, so was I right?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It's Florence.
What?
Fuck her. Fuck Florence.
What? Oh, I will fight you on that one.
Little. She's in everything nowadays.
Oh my god, you guys and your popularity contests.
Honestly, I feel like you guys are just whatever.
No,
over it.
continue. I'll listen.
No, I don't care anymore. I don't care.
What?
What
We feel like
what
we're what?
movies are you looking forward to, Wine Mom, this year?
I literally don't care.
But so you see, nope. I'm doing it again. I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right
Do you
back.
see that Jack Nicholson like post that people like he just came out from the shadows and he looks like disheveled, and including me. I was like, let the man live. Just chill
Yeah.
out. What do you expect an 81-year-old to look like in his prime or
Cody
some shit?
Cody just made a joke at his expense and then dabbed on it.
Yeah, and because it's a topic of interest, because he stepped out of his balcony and reportedly he has stated that he is lonely, and he's lonely because he's apparently abusive. And he literally gave someone brain damage. And I love Jack Nicholson. These are just facts, okay?
What? This is news to me. What the fuck?
I think it was
it's old news,
1996.
Raza. Very old.
I'm not. I don't follow Jack Nicholson as closely as I should. I'm sorry.
Like actually, the concept of this movie. Anyway, I gotta.
It's on my watch list, by the way.
Angrier.
It was like I just wish like James Franco was like kind of weirdly cast in my opinion.
I mean, that's around when he had his falling out, I think.
Oh really? Okay, yeah. Everybody else was fine. Everybody else fit that role, but my only complaint was him. He was like, I don't. Everything he does is kind of weird.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, I don't want to say too much about the movie because if Cody's gonna watch it at some point, which I think he should, because I think he actually would like the movie, even if he made that comment.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it because, like, I think it's a worthy movie to watch, especially because it's like, it's like it's an Amazon movie. Obviously, it's like a lower budget, like straight to Amazon Prime movie, but like the concept for the movie was so good, and I think they did a great job. And I like that they gave a specific character had specific stuff that I felt was like very good, and like it just was like a good movie. Like
Yeah.
I can't say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but like legitimately, like I think it deserves more recognition than it kind of got like washed over. But it's a good sci-fi movie.
Right.
I'm a little
Oh,
upset
yeah.
about the Jonathan Majors thing.
What Jonathan Majors thing?
That's
got
how this all kind of started.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about him.
But yeah, it's like it's an interesting movie.
Because I like him as an actor a lot.
Yeah.
But again, if he's guilty, but
What are you talking about?
Jonathan Majors.
He's
but I'm confused. What about him? Like, who is he?
He's the guy in Creed 3, Ant-Man I told you about that allegedly hit his girlfriend or some girl.
But, Mom, I highly recommend please watch Prospect.
Oh, I've seen all this stuff about him.
Yeah.
Trash man.
Please watch.
Well, I'm going to watch...
All of you guys. Please watch Prospect.
Yeah, I've got it on my list. I'm going to watch Ant-Man tonight, and I'm hoping...
I'm watching Sicario tonight.
That's a good watch.
Have you seen the sequel?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not letting you off the hook, Bailey. What were you gonna say?
It's not great.
Oh.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, White Mom.
About Kin, what were you gonna say?
What? But what about what? What do you mean?
You were gonna... Don't play stupid, Bailey. What were you gonna say?
I was just going to identify how there's a dichotomy occurring here about how you'll draw a line about a movie with a certain category, but you're quick to identify when other people have categories that they may judge a movie based upon.
A James Franco movie?
James Franco movie, a Toronto-based movie.
I mean, you're allowed to hate certain. You're allowed to hate certain aspects of things, but none of you guys have this.
But you know,
than Raza.
Like you'll say, "Hey, a movie was released in the last 2 years." You're like, "Oh shit, I'm not watching it."
No, I don't say that.
But someone just said Creed, and you said, "I'm not watching that." That came out recently.
Yeah, because it's a sports movie.
But that's. But you see,
because it's a sports movie.
So, do you see what I'm saying?
Okay, Bailey, do you not like sci-fi movies? Tell me right now. Do you not like sci-fi movies?
I do.
It's getting
okay,
hot
so
in
what
here.
is your point here? I recommended it because I thought you would like it because it's a sci-fi movie.
I am not critiquing
and
this
it was
point.
filmed in Scarborough.
I believe this and I support this, and it may be a good film. It may be a good film. I was just...
Can we just address that one of the best movies of all time was filmed in Toronto? Suicide Squad?
Yep.
That movie, you're an idiot.
I already know how everyone feels about it. So.
Definitely a movie. And there's another...
In all seriousness, no, though, I think, Bailey, you would actually like this movie.
Okay.
Like, I actually think you would really like it. Because it has the underdog aspect, and it's a character I think that you would connect with.
There is another
write it in my
movie
book when I
that,
find it
since we're
tomorrow.
throwing out recommendations at people now, just willy-nilly. There's a movie that I would like. It wasn't met well, and I can see why it was, but it's on Netflix. It's called Kate. It reminds me a lot of John Wick, but I like the action sequences, not about the story itself.
I posted the trailer, Bailey.
Okay, I'll check it out.
I've seen that movie.
Yeah, okay. So I guess this is for Wine Mom and Bailey, but for Kate, it's set in Japan. It's got Mary Elizabeth Winstead, so she's Scott Pilgrim. She's the love interest, and Woody Harrelson and shit, and it's like she's been hit with a thing, like a drug, and it's about her saving a kid, and then she has to fight for
save herself too,
and the kid at the same time. It's a interesting thing. Yeah.
I wish they
That's-
would have went full like that car scene when it's all neon and
Yeah.
added CGI. I wish they would have went a little ham with that.
Mhm.
But that's really
I
my
agree.
only critique.
I agree. But it's
okay.
Both of you should check that out. It's like a very interesting movie, to say the least.
I fucks with it. I'm with it. I'll check something out. I'm
K-A-T-E. K-A-T-E.
Okay, Kate. I want to go in about 5-ish, 5 to 10-ish, if you guys don't mind. But I'm not in a rush either.
I only watched
I
three movies aside from Avatar 2 in the last week because we delayed. Yeah, because we delayed the show a week, right? But I rewatched The Witch, Hereditary, and Midsommar.
Oh,
not all.
Two bangers there.
You don't like Midsommar?
Not really, no.
Why?
It was kind of.
That's some white people shit.
It was also like Hereditary made me feel uncomfortable, but then in a good way. Like holy shit! But this movie, like I don't. This is what I picture. Envision. Whenever Bailey says he wants to get like a compound going, like an artist. This is what I envision.
So
yeah, it's so weird with him. So.
I think more like
what are we doing?
I think more like The Bees with Nick Cage. That's what I think more so.
Not The
Bees.
Bees.
The Village.
Yeah.
No, that's The Wicker Man.
Yeah, The Wicker Man.
No, I'm thinking of the Village.
Oh, you think
I like The Village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a movie.
I saw it when I was too young. I need to see it with adult.
Signs was significantly better, in my opinion.
Raza loves The Happening.
Oh my god, I forgot about that one.
Is that the one with Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg. Oh my god, it's happening.
A plastic plant. I'm still talking to a plastic plant.
M. Night Shyamalan is like he's like a hit or miss.
Oh, well, it was one of those. The movie wasn't too bad, but it was like Mark Wahlberg should not be doing this. Like it's just not. It's not Mark Wahlberg movie.
Is it like him being in Uncharted?
Yeah, he does the same accent and everything the whole time. You're supposed to be suspense filled. He's like, "What's going on? Why is everybody just jumping off of roofs?" It's like, no, Mark, stop, Mark.
I saw him acting most in Ted.
Ed is good. Both of them.
You got to give him because he's got that classic. He's got the Oscar classic. What the fuck is it called? The Departed. That's where everyone gives him his acting credit. But he's just again, he's just the Departed. He's just another Boston cap.
He was good in.
No, it wasn't. I liked it.
What, Crash?
I liked Shooter, but that was peak like early aughts movie. You know what I mean?
You and my dad would get along so well because that's one of his favorite movies.
It's mega cringe now, and with my leftist lens, it's hella like propaganda to veterans and shit. But sorry, go ahead.
Mark Wahlberg in the Fast movies. Why do I have that in my head?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's weird how he hasn't even been in a Fast movie.
Well, just
or has
wait.
he?
Just wait.
Well, they're done.
Everyone. No, they're not done.
Well,
they're doing 10 plus 3 spin-offs or something.
I thought that they were going to do Fast 10 Part 1, and then Fast 10 Part 2, and then Fast 10 Part 3.
Okay, Boogie Nights, go.
Good.
True.
Good
Yeah,
movie.
you got to give him Boogie Nights too.
Yeah.
The big hit is underrated. I haven't revisited The Corruptor. Three Kings, so underrated.
Yeah, he was, no offense, but he was the weakest part of that one. I like George Clooney in that one, and Ice Cube killed it.
He had his peak in like the 2000s, you know? The Perfect Storm, Planet of the Apes, I know it gets shit on a lot. I love it. The Italian Job, Four Brothers.
Italian Job. Bailey is, that's what I saw. When I first met Bailey, like, me and my ex watched Four Brothers, and for the longest time I thought, is this Bailey's origin story?
Another movie filmed in Toronto.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
You've reminded me of Max Payne. Now I'm sad.
Max Payne is amazing.
The movie, though, not so much.
There's a
Yeah, there's a Max Payne movie with Mark Wahlberg.
The Fighter, actually. He has a lot of good movies.
no. There's a Max Payne movie with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, we just broke his soul.
I'm gonna spoil it for you. There's demons in it for no reason at all.
The demons appear in the third Max Payne game.
I think this movie was before the third Max Payne.
This was
game.
It was supposed to be set in the first one. It was supposed to be set in the first one.
Yeah, and it's like PG-13, I think.
Yeah, that's what I remember, and I remember even I saw it as a kid, and I was like, "This is not as violent as it should be." So we go.
The guy who they did the base him off is the lead like the lead designer from Remedy, who made. That makes me so mad, dude. Fuck Mark Wahlberg. Hashtag fuck Mark Wahlberg. Ruins everything.
Oh, James McCaffrey.
I like Mark Wahlberg as an actor.
But no,
Lone Survivor.
He destroyed one of the greatest video game franchises. Lone Survivor, not so good movie. He's not the bad part of it, though.
It's actually one of my favorite war movies. Because I've said this before, war movies, I know Raza, but I have a guilty pleasure for war movies, and that's one of my favorite. Listen, I know, it's embarrassing, but it still is one of my favorites. I see his hand up. I'm just defending myself because I know Raza's going to come in and poop. So go ahead, Raza.
No, I'm not going to poop. No, when I saw Lone Survivor, I was like, this is something. But you see, my dad and I watch these sort of movies as a comedy.
Let's watch these Americans fucking kill themselves.
Patriots Day was so funny, yo.
One mom, I think you would like. There's this army. Forget this. Oh yeah, the Hurt Locker. I think you would like that.
The Hurt Locker's top tier. Jeremy Renner when he was still trying to act.
Trying to act, man? Have you not seen the Hawkeye TV show?
Ever since he got Hawkeye, he's like, all right, I'm coasting. I don't need to try at this shit anymore.
Except for the Alaska movie. I think Wine Mom has seen it.
Born Identity?
But
no.
to be fair, Raza, like, I like Lone Survivor. But not the whole movie, if that makes sense. Yeah,
no. I did like many aspects of that movie.
Because there's a certain scene, because I've talked about it with you guys before, I'm sure. There's a certain scene in that movie that just tickles my brain, and I really like it. Because it's got this like certain aspect of like
dirty men.
No, gore and filming like style that I like. Because
Right,
I like really quiet stuff. Like I like when movies are really quiet and it focuses in on specific sounds. So you know when they're all falling.
Yeah.
But you know when they're all to me that is like one. It's one of the best scenes. Like I loved that.
I had to put that on
sounds
mute.
So crazy, bro. I will watch that movie just for that scene.
You're insane. You're insane.
I like
that. That's where I got my opinion. Watching all of that, I was like, Mark Wahlberg is carrying this shit. If there wasn't Mark Wahlberg in this movie, it would suck because it was his acting. I was like, oh yeah, this shit looks like it sucks. Like that hill fall, all that shit was all Mark. Mark did all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg is actually he was actually surprisingly good in that.
So good.
Wind River, Bailey.
Wind River.
Moon River.
No, Wind River.
Not Mark Wahlberg. Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen.
I love Jeremy Renner. I love Jeremy Renner.
Saw that in theaters.
What is it called again?
Wind
River.
True story. Fantastic. And John Bernthal's in it.
John but he plays a
Oh, then
minor role.
I've definitely seen it.
Small
Yeah,
role.
I've seen it. Of course, yeah, I've seen it.
Small role. He's a cop, isn't he? He supports the cops. He's got to be a cop supporter.
Oh, Bailey.
You're not.
Why are you gonna bully like that? Why?
Oh, he is.
Why
He
did you
is.
like
I'm
that?
right. Okay. All right. I'm right. He's a cop supporter.
Anyways,
He's got a gun in the
that's
movie and he's with the cops.
That's a good movie, though.
Wyman, have you seen this movie called Contraband?
Yeah.
No.
I bet you like the
It's got Mark Wahlberg. I think you would like it.
Get Your Ass to Mars. What's that movie, Bailey? Come on.
Get your ass to
Get
Mars.
your ass to Mars.
Isn't that
Total
Recall? Yeah.
I bet Raza liked the remake of Total Recall.
No, it's trash.
Come on,
It's
you like
trash.
Contraband.
I saw. I didn't.
I've seen Contraband.
I'm saying it for Wine Mom, not that I liked it.
Then why are you suggesting? No, I'm just kidding.
Because she likes Mark Wahlberg.
True. Have you seen Tag? I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, Tag was pretty fun, actually. Not gonna lie, pretty fun. Total. The one thing I liked about the remake about Total Recall was the Gravity Train. That was really
Yeah,
good.
it's not a terrible movie. It's kind of like the RoboCop remake, where it's not terrible, but they also.
Oh yeah, there was a RoboCop remake.
Yeah, the Total
I actually saw it
Recalls
in
was.
theaters.
Yeah, that was. I didn't
Joel
hate it,
Kinnaman.
but I wouldn't call it good. But I didn't
It's
hate it.
because both of them had iconic actors playing villains, like Bryan Cranston and Michael Keaton.
For some reason, I
I like
had
Michael
Sam
Keaton.
Jackson in my head for that one.
I like Michael Keaton.
Yeah, me too.
I think Wyman might actually like the RoboCop remake. I don't hate it.
What is going on here?
Joel Kinnaman. Kinnaman. He's a good actor. I first discovered him in a Swedish movie.
Like, what is this?
I forget what it's called,
He's
but
been
then
in a
there's a
lot of shit
remake
since,
coming up,
hasn't he?
an American remake, and Zac Efron's attached to it.
Is he
But-
Swedish?
Am I?
Yeah,
Who, Joel Kinnaman?
Yeah.
I just
think he's
googled
either
it and it's the first thing that pops up. Yeah, he's
Finnish.
Swedish American. It says.
Yeah. And he was in Suicide Squad, but he's he was.
That's why. That's what I'm. Because I was like, he's been in so much popular shit lately, and it's because he's fucking Rick Flag.
Yeah.
He was in Easy Money. That's the movie. Easy Money.
Okay.
That was there's like two. It's like a movie series. He plays a drug dealer, but then he makes it like he becomes like kind of big and
Right.
stuff. So that's what I really and yeah, I think Wine Mom would like the Swedish version of it though.
Yes, and I was a House of Cards fan, and that's where he's stuck in my mind from because I watched House of Cards.
He was like the
He was the replacement president.
Oh, okay. I didn't get that far. Kind of stopped watching after.
Why are the dispensaries closed at 10 p.m.?
Because
Like,
it's 10
They
p.m.
close at 11 in my area.
They close at
There's
2 in the
only one
morning
that
here
closes
now.
at 11. There's one that closes at 11.
I got there. I don't want to out myself here, but like a lot of these institutions, places of business, have it like Tim Hortons on reward cards now. So now I have 2 reward cards, and I get them like discount. That's why I'm able to get my pens so for a frequent. Instead of paying like $30, I pay like $21 or $20.
See, the thing is, I have a vape, so I don't need. I also have bud, so I don't need. And I also have edible, so I don't need.
What
But
Yeah, I heard you had an
I
edible
like-
like a couple nights ago.
but
How
I
was
like.
that?
It was pretty good. But I like to have the pre-rolls in my purse all the time that I take
Why don't
when I go
you
out.
Where are you going that you can't wait till tomorrow?
Says the guy who
Nowhere.
just smoked about that.
But it's also I don't
Sorry.
have any phones. So here's the thing: I have bud that I could roll because I smoke. I feel to smoke, but not the pen. I have bud, but I don't have papers or cones. So
Hey,
Panda's right.
I mean,
I'm right
you
there.
probably
He-
don't.
he-
Yeah, you
he
don't
can
want
help.
to come to me, but I'll link you up. Or any corner store or
I
gas
know.
station.
I know, but I prefer to go to the
Oh, the pre-
dispensary.
I bought
and
cones
get the
and they're
hard-
like useless to me.
I'd rather just get the pre-rolls that are in the shape of like cigarettes because they fit better in my case that I carry. That's why.
Yeah, I know what you guys are talking about.
That's
This isn't haram.
Bailey's
big
judging
haram.
hard over there. Bailey's like, I just roll my own, loser.
Yeah.
Or just you can
Some of
like
us
buy the
can't
why
roll,
don't you
Bailey.
no, but you can buy the like pre-made cones, like if that's like your
I know,
specific
that's what
issue.
I said. I said cones. I know.
But like no,
But
like you can get that like
corner
just
store
grind
near
your
me-
shit up. Oh, okay,
I
I'm
know,
being dumb.
I
I'm being
know.
dumb. Sorry, sorry.
But the corner store near me never has that. So that's why I just go to the dispensary and just pick up the whole thing. You know,
You
because
should launch in
I have a
formula.
bubbler too, so I use the bud in the bubbler, but rarely. 'Cause I don't like it very much.
Remember back in the day? Oh yeah, I like how I came when we were all there for Bailey's for our Sabathon, and right under Bailey's like desk right there, he has a little station. He puts a little tray down there, a little station like to roll up. I wish I had a station here too, but this thing doesn't go in. It's stuck here.
So you gotta be discreet and prepared.
You're not discreet. You're just huffing away. I've seen you roll. I've seen him roll while on stream so many times.
You still have 19 minutes to make it to the one by your house.
Yeah, but that's 19 minutes.
Well, we're about to finish if you want to run. I
Yeah.
can finish
I'm not-
now. I
I'm not
want to
gonna-
go,
I'm not
so.
gonna get
Bailey's
there.
about
I'm
to
not-
edge.
I'm just gonna wait and because I'm gonna go for a
Right.
walk, so I'll just go tomorrow.
It's.
I just wanted to go tonight.
Get a vape pen. Get a vape
I
pen.
have one.
Then
I have two, Raza.
Then use them. Then use them.
I feel like it doesn't.
them?
I feel like it doesn't really like do for me, Raza.
Maybe you should stop doing it for a bit and let your tolerance go down, and then it'll do it for you.
Okay, I don't have
Maybe-
high tolerance.
Take fatter rips, girl. Take fatter, stinkier rips. Just fucking hug on that vape pen like it's no tomorrow. I picture
Honestly,
it
I think I want.
like it's a teat.
I think I want edibles more, to be honest.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
only
you just got so hood out of nowhere. Yeah.
yeah. When I have like the treats that Wine Mom is talking about.
Oh my gosh, you can say the word. Jeez.
But I can't have anything like 300 milligrams. That I can't have anything lower. It doesn't do anything.
Oh, I keep it low and slow, bro. Keep it low and slow.
Years of just doing that, but like I got a 600 milligram one, cut it in half, and then Rosa was
Easy.
having a panic attack.
No, I go super low and then I just vape the rest of the day. So I stay at like I get myself to a level and then I just kind of like float.
Maybe you should start in the morning and get fucked up real early in the morning, and then
I do that on my walks when I go alone.
we can bake.
You can smoke when you're with me.
Like a pig.
Like,
I know, but I don't want to scare you when I drive the car.
Wine Mom assaulted me today, and she farted in the Dollarama.
I feel like that's
You
a common
farted.
thing.
That was you. You stinky.
Yo, now
butt
you're
cheek. I
publicly
knew you
exposed.
farted.
Teacher,
I knew
teacher.
you farted. No, but okay, so listen, to be fair, we were in the store and I said to Cody, I was like, he was walking in front of me and I was like, it's actually, it's not that funny. He was standing in front of me and I was like, I have this sudden urge just to like kick you so hard in the back of your kneecap so that you fall, but I won't.
That's so relatable. Bailey and I are like that. I'm like, hey, but I just want to
Bro,
smack you.
I just want to abuse
Raza,
you.
I
I see
wanted-
you. I want to
No.
hit you.
No, but you don't understand. I wanted to kick him so bad, and he didn't even do anything. Like he was actually so good today. But I
Panda,
wanted to
half
think
the
of so
time.
bad.
I get it. She's insane, but also you gotta fucking, throw hands. You could,
Okay, but catch this. So we walked outside of Gist, and he's carrying a carpet for me, and there's this woman walking through the parking lot. Cody takes the carpet, whacks me straight up in the face. I didn't even react.
Very soft.
It was in the face. Anyways, this lady like turned around and like kept turning around to like make sure I was okay, and then she drove past us to like make sure I was okay. It's like, lady, it's a carpet, okay? It's fine. Like, you should see what I do to him, all right? Don't worry.
he's the reason. I'm the reason why he goes to therapy.
But to be fair, like Cody's taller and bigger than me, so just hit me in the face with the carpet. This lady was like, "What
make
the
it
fuck?"
better.
No,
One of
it's
these
because
days.
no, I'm saying that's why she thought you were bad guy because you're just a bigger guy than me, and she's like little short thing, and he just hit her in the face with the carpet.
Women are the worst. All women just subbed into one category.
If that's how you
They're
feel,
abusive.
buddy, that's your problem.
They're manipulative.
Gaslighters.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm being gaslit right now. But
First of all, one mom, maybe you should change who you are before.
You smelt it, you dealt it.
Yeah.
you really want me to change who I am, Raza? Is that how you really feel? Is that what you would like me to do? Because if you would like me to change myself, please give me a personality to model myself after, and I'll do that for you. I'll change for you, Raza. Sure. I'll start my research and I'll change. And then I don't want to hear a fucking word.
Anne Hathaway.
Nope. Too late.
Anne Hathaway's a good call.
Wow, Bailey, really?
If not Anne Hathaway, who's the redhead from all the singing movies?
Anna Kendrick?
What?
Yeah, Anna Kendrick.
Oh,
Anna
I like
Kendrick.
Anna.
Bailey, are you exposing your celebrity crush
What is
right now?
Bailey like? I have discovered Bailey loves basic.
Bailey, is your celebrity crush a redhead?
Basic red.
No, I don't. Who would my celebrity crush
Anna.
be? That's a
He
tough
wants to
one.
keep the gene pool pure, by the way.
Kendrick.
Have you seen The Accountant, Bailey?
The Accountant.
It's
Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
He's trying to give you a boner.
Yes, but a while ago.
Good one.
while ago.
John Bernthal's also in that.
This weekend.
That's your type, Bailey?
Anna Kendrick?
Interesting.
I wouldn't say Anna Kendrick is my type. No.
Okay, what's your
I
type?
would
What's your type?
destroy.
I like her figure. I like how Anna Kendrick looks. Anna Kendrick got a pointy nose, though.
Repulsive.
That's
So,
okay.
what's your point?
Poke my eyes out.
Yeah.
Shut up.
With those diamond crusted nips.
Who's your celebrity crush, Bailey? You've
I
never
don't know
exposed
who my
yourself.
celebrity crush is. I don't obsess over it. I don't have like a
He's a
celebrity
liar.
crush like
He
that.
doesn't wanna-
Yeah,
no.
you're a fucking liar, Bailey. Who you fooling?
I
here?
could like prioritize a
Okay.
list if you give me a
So
list, but I don't
so
have
who's
like
your
a.
go-to? Okay, but so who's your go-to Instagram?
Who you jack off
Because you
to
know
at
you got
11
one.
a.m.?
Who's my go-to Insta girl?
Yeah, because I know you be
Yes.
liking.
Yeah, I do too, because I can see that shit on my feed now.
What do you mean? Now you see? What?
I'm marching the madness and stuff now. I can see it on
Come
that
on.
shit. I mean,
Come on.
Fella Porch,
I
Fella.
got, yeah. I'm
are
I
you a
can.
munch, Bailey?
Yeah, oh, definitely. I'm just
Don't
always
be
going back to
boring.
Ice Spice after that first Google, Rosa.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I'm always diversifying there. I found this girl who does hoops. She does hula hooping. I'm like, man, this is oddly. It's weird. I'm like, I hate how attracted I am
Bailey,
to
you're
this.
that kind of guy?
Wait, does she also do the finger lights?
No, she's
And
just
the-
hula hoops. She's a hula hoop and a contortionist. And I'm
Wow.
like,
Bailey's that kind of guy.
There's
Alright.
something I like about this, but I didn't know I was into hula hoops in that way.
This is
Exposure.
doing something inside of it. It's better not making money.
Next time we go there,
watching these hula hoop clips online, it's like this is stimulating. Like,
And saw the girl doing hula hoop spins. I was like, what's happening?
we're gonna show up there, and there's gonna be like tread marks from the chair. From, like, Yeah.
Somebody lay Bailey because that's concerning. Please.
Lay Bailey? Lay
Yeah.
him?
Okay, Raza,
And
time to
that's-
tap in.
I like Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, that's a good one. She's cute. We don't need to ask Cody because as long as she's on and acts in a show or a movie, that's probably the one. As long as it's a popular actress at the moment.
Raza was hating on mine right now.
Like a celebrity crush, you got to give me. If you need, I want a pretty redhead. You got to give me Harvey Specter's secretary. That's like you could give me that celebrity crush, and I will accept
I know
that.
who you're
Oh, you're talking about
A man
the
of
thick
taste.
one?
Yeah,
No, the
The curvy
thicker.
one.
She's curvy. She's not thick
Yeah.
though.
She's
by
known
any-
for the big boobs. She's got the big boobs. She's gorgeous. I like her.
Wait,
She's
It's
I can add
Slim
that.
Slim
He's talking
Thick.
Yeah,
about the woman
something.
from
Yeah,
Suits.
100%.
Yeah,
The woman from Suits.
His assistant.
I said Harvey Dent. That's why, not Harvey Specter.
Harvey Dent. Sarah Rafferty,
I think that sounds correct.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy.
Meghan Markle too, by the way. Not gonna lie. Yeah.
No, definitely in that era. I was I was into it. I was into it at that era.
And now you're into what? Dudes?
The Meghan Markle.
I just
Something about
started as I said that.
Meghan Markle. I don't know. Something changed. I don't know. What it was. I don't even.
Her name
Can't
is
even put my
Was it
finger on it.
because
Donna in Suits.
She was Donna in Suits.
You're
Yeah.
talking about?
That's Sarah Rafferty.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's who it's not.
Donna's the character name.
Donna.
Oh yeah,
Donna's
yeah, that's
name.
her.
Yeah.
She looks like if someone drew Amy Adams from memory.
Leave
Yeah.
Cody. You got bad taste. Okay, so leave the fuck out.
That's a funny way to put it,
Amy
though.
Adams
Now that I
shitting
Google
on
it,
her.
that's funny. That's funny.
has Amy Adams portrays mom energy. Whenever I see her, she like reminds me of like a mom. All right, Panda. Not in that sense, you know.
Haven't you seen American Hustler or Hustle?
Hustle? Yeah, I have, and she was not that. And, her and Jennifer Lawrence weren't great in that one.
Not vibing with it.
Hold on.
Who's you
like
gotta
Rachel.
have Rachel? Rachel who?
Sorry, Meghan Markle.
Yeah, Meghan Markle is what he said.
Harvey Specter was kind of hot too. So can we talk about that for a second?
You can deal with his.
Gabriel
You like his
Knox.
weird fucking birthmark.
So I thought Bailey was talking about Christina Hendricks.
Oh, we don't body shame Bailey.
Touche. No, you call me out for that. That's body shaming his birthmark.
No, but Christina
Yeah.
Hendricks is who I thought Bailey was referencing.
I don't know who Christina.
Tina Hendricks. Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, if you guys don't know who that is, you're.
Oh, you're
I don't
thinking
know who
of
that is, but she looks
her.
similar.
Yes, dude.
Mad Men.
She's. Yeah, I like her in everything. I've seen it. Mad Men. She was great. Bad Girls. I think was. Good
That's not
Girls. She was good in Good Girls.
Too 80s figure-y for me, you know? I like the in-between. Too much. I need a bit more realism.
Bailey likes
Bailey
skinny
hates
girls,
natural.
is what he's saying. Because that girl's actually skinny. She's not that curvy. This girl is curvy. Bailey likes skinny bitches. Skinny girls.
I like
So
a
does Cody.
spread of
You're in a safe
humans.
place.
I like a spread of humans.
Bailey likes some in every shape, every form, every designation.
I just don't like this like 80s porn star
mean,
style look. I like
Okay, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. That's not what it is. Pin up. But that's because that was the roles that she was in. But she's beautiful. She's gorgeous.
she's very yeah, I agree. She's very attractive. I'm just you're asking
Well,
Bebe's taste.
now, hey Barry, do you find Gal Gadot?
No.
You know,
Gal Gadot has
attractive.
an attractive figure, but I don't find Gal
No.
Gadot is like I'm not
even that.
I'm not like super sexually attracted to that. You know what I mean?
I would be like, No, bad.
We're
You're not real.
talking redheads. Like, isn't it Susan Sarandon?
Yes.
You could, yeah. Yes.
Now
Oh,
that's a
that's mommy.
redhead.
Oh, wait, hold
Uh-huh.
on.
Yeah, I know. Why is he putting it?
Yeah, Susan
Ewan
Sarandon.
McGregor
That's a
could
good one.
get it too. Now that I think of it.
Ewan McGregor, yeah. She's
Yeah,
beautiful.
Ewan McGregor.
That's my
Good.
boy. Do you
Thank you.
have no? That's
The
my
movie.
boy. Yeah, Adam Sandler. It's about a kid that sleeps with his teacher.
Oh yeah.
When he gets older, the teacher is Susan Sarandon, but her
Sarandon, yeah.
daughter plays her in the 80s,
Ooh, okay.
and her
Good to
daughter
know.
is cute.
Yeah, I see these photos.
Now that I think, what's his name? Andy Samberg. Andy Samberg.
Yeah.
I love me that Jewish nose. I love me that nose.
Love Andy.
I love Andy Samberg.
Hot Rod. I'm gonna suggest Hot Rod next.
Cool beans. Cool beans.
Cool
I'll gladly
beans.
rewatch Hot Rod
Cool
anytime, bro.
Tenacious D's been on my mind too for some reason.
So is it D.
The D.
You know Elizabeth Olsen too. Her.
Yes.
I like. Yeah, Elizabeth
Yes,
Olsen.
she's beautiful. She's
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah.
Even though
Yes, Bailey.
What?
That's who he's talking about.
Yeah.
Elizabeth
yeah.
Olsen, I find very conventionally beautiful, but I'm not like
by
that's
Bailey
not
standards,
that's not
of
Bailey's
beauty,
top
by the
tier.
way.
You know what I mean?
What about Bryce? What's her name? She's
Alex
married to.
Howard?
Who is that?
No,
Who's
Mary-
that? Who
Mary-
is that, Bailey?
That's
That's the
Susan
one
Sarandon's
Panda-
daughter.
Yeah.
Oh.
the one
But,
that's married to Ryan Reynolds.
Ava. Oh no.
Blake Lively.
Blake Lively, yeah.
Is she a redhead? No.
She's
No.
very beautiful, but to me, she's boringly beautiful.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Raza. Like
I'm not sure what
she
that
is
means.
beautiful. It's like, you know, when you like look at someone and you're like, oh yeah, you're beautiful. It's not even a question. And
Right.
then you look at someone who's like, oh, you're so beautiful because like you have this cute nose or these specific features that like wouldn't normally be attractive, and that makes them like super attractive.
Mhm.
Blake is like, oh, she's obviously attractive. Like she's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could. Okay. Yeah.
So
I
like
see what you're saying.
boringly attractive. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. God damn it.
Like
God damn.
white girl.
Yeah. That's how I feel about
Standard.
Margot Robbie. Then that's exactly how I feel.
I
about Margot.
agree. I find her so boring. I
She's-
agree.
She's
Thank you,
attractive, but she's like
I was just-
kind of boring.
She is beautiful, but she's.
Yeah.
I find her to be very
I-
boring.
I was about to hype up some redheads, but now I'm just getting bored looking at Google, you know?
I mean, if you're trying to bully me, it's not gonna work. Raza was the one who said she was boring first, and I just couldn't. Okay.
Let's turn
Yeah,
Raza
well,
on
I don't-
with the fire.
Don't fuel his energy, alright?
I don't need you to big up redheads because they already are iconic.
Julianne Moore?
Yeah.
Isla Fisher?
She's married
Borat's
to
wife?
Sacha Baron Cohen, right?
Yeah, Borat's
Yeah.
wife. And Emma Stone. I love Emma Stone.
Emma Stone, no offense, but again, she now, to me, is boring attractive. No
But
offense.
she gives off like girl next door. Like real girl next door, not like
I would like to hang out with
Playboy.
her. To be honest, I would love to hang. She seems like a cool friend to be,
Right.
to watch a movie with, to just go to a theme park with. But yeah, I wouldn't.
drop her from a building and barely catch her with a web.
I got that.
I don't know. I have to
reference.
agree. She is kind of boring.
Someone's
Come with me. I will show you the way.
This is the
Yeah.
way.
This is the way.
I do want to get out of here. So does anyone have any
Okay, fine. Good night.
sexy?
Bye. Hang up.
What's your final sexy human shout out then, Wine Mom?
It's Jennifer Aniston. We know this. She's my all-time celebrity crush.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, you don't need to look up Jennifer Aniston.
I'm just trying to see what
Looking it
pops
up.
up now because it's like that's
Okay,
a wide spread of images.
Listen. No,
That's
listen.
like
Jennifer
so I'm curious.
Aniston recently was at a movie premiere with Adam, and she was wearing a silver fishnet Gucci dress. Impeccable. I'm pretty sure it was a Gucci dress.
But she,
Impeccable.
she just looks
absolutely
like
perfect.
she's going to like. There's gonna be a lot of problematic things behind the scenes. You know what I mean? It looks like you might have an enjoyable time with this human, but there's also probably a lot of calamity that comes with it. Something about her face is like, whew, that's
Bailey.
scared.
Bailey,
So I'm
what
just
about-
gonna tell you, Brad, like, he feels the pain of that mistake regularly, okay? So let's
I don't
be
think
real.
he
She
does.
is- He does. He does. He does. He's
What about
good
Allison
at it.
Brie?
He does.
That's probably the closest you're gonna get out of a baby. And Allison Brie, I'll go over an Allison Brie.
Yeah, Allison Brie. And Jillian Jacobs is also, I find her attractive too.
I
She's
don't know.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You can't tell me that this isn't, like, not even fight with you. Like, it is what it is. What was the other one you just said?
Allison Brie. I'm with an Allison
Vibes.
Brie. Big vibes.
Ant
And then
vibes.
Jillian Jacobs too. That's the other one I pointed out. I like them both.
I mean, I don't get it, but sure.
I don't
She
get
plays the nerdy. She
Jennifer
plays the
Aniston, but
nerdy
here we are.
girl. She plays the nerdy girl in
Community.
that show with Audrey.
Yeah, she was good in Glow. I really liked
Glow is
Glow.
fire. That's an underrated show. That was a really
Yeah.
good show.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and she's also in Star Wars Visions. What?
Yeah, she's pretty, but she's one of those like, like boring pretties to me.
I
She's
wish
like
I was Dave Franco. I wish I was Dave Franco.
They did
Yes, I'll accept that one, Mom. I'm not gonna argue that. I see that too. I see the boring pretty in it too.
like she's pretty, but it's just like all the other brunette actresses.
Bailey, post physique Bailey. You want to see post physique Bailey?
Yeah.
But to be fair, okay, but honestly though, the reason why I like Jen is, and like she has remained the same level up into being 54. Like she's just timeless. She's technically boring pretty too. Like not gonna lie, but to me, there's just something about her that's just she's just so timeless. I love her.
Deborah Ann Wool, who is in the Daredevil and Punisher series, but her character in True Blood,
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
when she becomes a vampire,
Oh,
Her.
Kristen Ritter. Kristen Ritter. Then let's put
good
that in
call.
there.
She's not a redhead, but good call.
I don't. Women are beautiful no matter what to me, man.
I agree.
Color doesn't affect anything.
That's
Yeah, that was my wokeness right there.
No, that's good. We need to cover the bases as we're rating people on their attractiveness.
Anyways,
so
we're
thank you.
going to bed now.
I gotta eat still. So.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta export a video and then go eat as well and get home.
I
and
gotta
shit, so.
masturbate too. So.
Internets, we appreciate you. We already did the shout outs at the end of the VOD. If you stuck around this long in the stream,
Thank
we
you.
stuck around this long in the stream, we don't need to tell you what our social medias are. Thank you for doing it. Anyone want to say anything before I hit end stream button?
Please watch Prospect Wine Mom and start doing less drugs.